game is going live. Feint versus Se7en in the upper bracket.
So yeah, just kind of, hopefully this mid will be interesting to watch, but we'll see them take it away right now, as we do see Kairos and Colt ready to take a fight in the first mid of, this is the winner bracket right now.
But yes, winner semis, I believe.
Yeah, but so far it's kind of just, you know, I think, so we just wait across. We do see Adiski. Arm's going to go in for the bomb. Siege does get out. He does clear up Ali though, which is quite good, but Arm's going to get oh, Sorek's getting a 2k on both soldiers right there. We do see the soldier jumping in. Does get Adiski though, or tries to get something. No, Adiski.
Emerald jumps up, but Stark is all alone in choke. Siege is still alive. Kudo needs to keep his medic alive, but he's alone against 3 people. Sure, they're weak, but he can't take the risk to get shot by all 3 at once. And Flash just takes the fight to him.
Siege gets the arrow, gets Tiger.
And he can't connect with early spawning. He died so early that his respawn is early up as well. Has somebody to protecting, will have the Uber ad, but needs some more players. Amarok and Kudo died late. They don't have full numbers here.
They do have full numbers, but looks like they do have heals. And Seed has full Uber as well, which is something that Se7en are going to watch out for. The soldier's probably going to go in for bombs maybe. We do see Arms in a red elbow right now. Siege is in it. Oh, he gets the force off as he does catch Arms jumping in. He just doesn't want to take a rock or something like that, or he's afraid to. And Uber's popped out.
Flash is still behind lines and already 3 down here. They need to be careful not to lose too many players. Flash stays in hiding though, doesn't commit for anything just yet. Waits for spawns. Mid gets capped. They got the force, which is what they wanted. They have an advantage out of it. So having the player behind for the Uber play into mid could become really important.
Yeah, now that Arm's got the flash onto Seeds as well, they're going to have Uber adding inside the 7 now. And they could work off it's about 50-40%. Quite a chunk. They're going to be edging their way into second right now, as we do see Adiski try push Amrock from top of a choke right there. He's out, and they're going to hold it. But we do see Flash still behind. He's really weak. Someone's going to clean him up, do some, mob him up, do something, get a Janny on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Se7en is definitely trying to head out the man behind, come into mid with this Uber advantage. Amarok that's taken down and choke. Ali falls as well to Flash. Only Samsky can get the counter kill eventually onto him. And that's already 2 for 1. So Se7en helping out the teammate behind lines really well there. Just use the advantage without actually using the Uber itself. Just scary for Feint to contest that. They give up mid at the back of that. And with these players down as well now, second is just up for grabs for Se7en.
Yeah, no demos. Oh, Adiski does go down to Samsky's rocket right there. But that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Flash is instantly there to clean that up as well from the respawn, so no concern about that anymore. Feint, however, concerned about Math, need to set up some sort of defense, have to do an engineer. It is even Uber, so there should be an immediate threat here unless Se7en has a miracle play.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have a spawner right now. There's just NG off class. Ubers are even. They're just going to probably maybe take an exchange knowing Se7en. That's kind of the go-to strat sometimes. You just kind of walk in with like Kairos or a soldier or a scout and just kind of exchange. As you do with an exchange. You exchange items, in this case is Ubers. But as you see,
something that they also do a lot is the classic scout on point, soldier jump play with Tiger and Adiski coordinating some sort of aggression there. So far it's being held off, no pressure really getting through the riverside. Feint making a good job to not let anything happen there. I see a banner on Samsky, it's the buff banner of all things. You don't see that all too often in 6s, but looks like Holger's lessons have got to them.
Well, there is going to be a wee scrap, and Samsky and Adiski do trade as Arms also jumps in for some odd reason. That's 2 down. Instead of Tiger going down as well, that's 3 people. Dali's pipe, and they're going to watch it. 7 are just going to be backing off, but there is a lot of cap time on point.
Yeah, it's going to be scary. Normally you want to only sack 2 here. They sack 3, they still have the Uber up, spawns are coming in already. And Feint is just so hesitant to take the bait here that they haven't approached until the spawns are coming in. Flash all alone forward, kick down Amarok as well.
Can he get the fight with Kuno? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to take the fight. But Ali going to get cleaned up by Adiski though. Actually, even clean up. Actually, just fragged by him. All his rockets connecting there. Very good stuff.
Feint was so hesitant to go for it, and then they still did anyway. Way too late. Spawns already coming in. The soldiers could put in the work again, and completely turned around. No demo moment for us. No sticks on the point. They just jump it. Samsky goes down. Heavy has to test. Uber comes out, but it will be so much better for Seeds. And they don't even want to go for it anymore. They just leave. Players not quite on the same page there. Stark escaping with his demo man.
Oh, Scouters on Starky. Oh, doesn't matter. Kairos is going to save him in the end there. 40 HP. He could have. That could have ended really badly.
Yes, I feel like Se7en didn't quite know if they wanted to just put the Uber into last or just get out in the first place. Stark is forced so early. This could be so bad for Se7en. They played out such a nice situation, and now they need to use the Uber to even get back into second in the first place. Seeds will have huge advantage out of this. All they get is Ali, which is a nice pick if they want to dry push, and it looks like they want to use the opportunity.
I don't know what Am's doing. He was trying to jump on the right side right there, but doesn't really get in with the last going down. And it's only really just, it's kind of, I don't know what's happened. Seeds and Starkey go down. It's kind of a weird fight right now. It's only just going to come out DM and play Radar right now. It's only a Disky and Tiger on last right now. They do get Tiger and a Disky capping last year, getting a pout for
They just barely clutched it out in the end. They had a crucial mistake in the first push and just kind of scrambled themselves together for a sketchy DM fight, but they made it work with just enough point pressure and some really clutch DM coming out by Tiger and Disky at the end.
Good stuff though, good stuff. It shows that raw DM can matter sometimes, smiley face.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what happens on this second blitz right here.
Yeah, we just kind of also just jumped in straight away on all the players, but it doesn't matter. Arms. A Disky does get Ali though, but both soldiers are now down on the side of 7 right there. Also, the strat is just bomb both the soldiers in. But the soldiers try to get a bit of spam on the side of 7. Scout and soldier are going to be aggression on point. We do see Samsky, sorry, going really aggressive across. Kadis getting taken down as well. Oh, Samsky a wee bit too far forward and gets dies. Sorex as well, probably on the flank. And Ubers are going to be equal.
7 splits are so weird, it's such a mixed bag. They have the coordination sort of one, but they don't get enough, and now the scouts coordinating in, just feed in and get all the kills amongst each other.
What's he doing? The man just walked in and got a 2k. Hello?
I don't even know if that was a drop or not, but he just suddenly disappeared from the server with just some great scout coordination there. A headshot rings out by Samsky, but won't find the kill, and it's a little bit too late as well. Nobody he can help out there anymore. They are still 2 down at the time, while 7 already approaching second here, so once again Feint just stuck on last once more.
Yeah, they're just kind of waiting as we see them kind of lobbing it as they do. Excuse me, full Uberad. And also they're going to be maybe taking it through Shutter right now. Probably get a soldier bomber in the first.
Samsky's going behind as well, taking his time while the push comes in from Shutter door. Trying to spam the Sentry Power, doing a good job to deny it a little bit at least. The Sentry will still fall, so it's nice some more damage. But they're all stuck at spawn or under point. Samsky from behind takes out the Disky, has revealed himself. Tiger and Flash go back to deal with that. 1 down each in this last push.
Amstraf's across to even just deny the soldiers right there, but Demo is going to spam Tiger, who's on point down. I'm just going to Minecraft Siege right there. Good pick there, but that is, Soldier and Demo are weak in water, but he goes down there. And it's only a Soldier below point, and it looks like they can just walk on point freely. It doesn't matter. Soldier's going to bomb in. Guess Arms, he is weak. Starkey getting out through the river. Samsky saving the day.
Yeah, Stark was just 1 good arrow away, and he leaves the point, and the Disky just comes in uncontested.
That's good stuff there, good stuff from 7. They just seen the window of opportunity, and Swift weren't going to close it. Oh, Feint, sorry. And
just such minor things that really shouldn't happen for Feint that are going wrong here on the last points.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, like, with Samsky Lazen. He should have just stayed. He could have hit something.
He didn't press the scoreboard once, and suddenly it's too late.
Yep. He didn't need to press the scoreboard, but it doesn't matter. See how it's 7 do this mid. Because, looks like Soldier going in once again. This time only 1 Soldier, but it doesn't matter. He's going to go down. A Disky weak himself. But we do see Amrock jumping up from lower, getting shut down. Doesn't really matter, but now 7 don't have any soldiers right now. They're both down. They're going to take this point for free and probably going to re-push Known 7.
Yeah, that's like the 3rd time in a row as well, where both of 7's soldiers just go in aggressively and die really quickly. At least the last few times they got the Demo Man for it, but not even that this time. As they just go in aggressive on Feint to take the exchange. Samsky and Emerald gets dropped from a potential Uber, while he doesn't even have yet, so
he does have now.
Kadis nice as well post over here aggressively, and they want this force so badly on C2 has now, but it's a little bit too late, and the scouts are protecting him really well. Late attempt by Amp as well, finds his way through, gets the force onto Seeds.
Oh, Akira was going so well, but was just coming out in the final second there to get in the force.
But it costed 7 so many lives, they don't have anything for second anymore, so they have the Uber, but now they have to basically use it to get out of last in the first place.
Yeah, they do have they do spawn man NG, or they do. What? Oh, they're going to put a Disky go check.
Yeah, on Spy.
Classes.
Making sure for anything that could come their way. Potentially scared of spies or snipers here on Feint's side. They are prone to use the off classes here for last. Not quite yet. They have all the time in the world to just set up a defense here for the most part to hold off this Uber push that will come in sooner or later by 7. Samsky dies really aggressively. Ali with Zorik and Victor while everybody else backs out through choke. 7 taking a lot of space on second. Emerald doesn't want to give it to them, and neither does Kunu.
Oh, we do see Diski popping. Get seat. Good pick there. I think that doesn't really matter, but it's just full Uberad now. And
it will matter a lot later on. It obviously makes this a lot easier. Paint just already disappeared from second from this like passive hold, and now they can just keep storming forward. They just need to make sure that Stark survives all of this.
Yeah, you see them walking in the mid right now. Just they have the space, they have the Uberad, they don't have the players or the heals in the side of Feint right now. And Se7en just going to take this point. Looks like they're not going to just give up second just yet. They're going to be holding the river. They do have a sniper. It is Se7en. He's going to peek across, misses the shot, and he's just going to walk back.
Well, I really like how far back Stark was waiting there. Kind of disconnected from the team, but realistically everybody was still forward enough to block any jumper while he's not in the sideline, so that was really nice finishing there by the medic.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing through big door this time, but it doesn't really matter. They are out through river already, giving Se7en second, just like that, nothing really special. There is some sticks and shutter and that they need to watch out for. But, you know, these are prem players. They know how to use their brain and don't bot in, so they'll just get as they now in last right now. Se7en's still on sniper, big question mark. And he better get off it right now, as he does.
So much point pressure, and Ellie is just too late on the point.
Yeah, looks like Feint can't press W or S or any other key.
Yeah, these last pushes are just like going way too easy for Se7en at the moment. Just some minor thing always goes wrong, and Feint just can't see the mistakes fast enough.
Yeah, they just don't catch it in time though. Like, it's just those small wee things that they kind of get. But we do see once again. Let's see Se7en, if they lose both their soldiers once again. But actually, both soldiers actually going for him up. The soldiers bump in the air. Doesn't matter. Am's going to go down at Konu right now. Kunu. Soldiers weak themselves. Se7en, sorry, taking a fight with the Lash right now. Amrock does go down at Tiger right now. It doesn't really matter. The Lash getting Se7en. Both soldiers down on both sides right now. It's just going to be DM'd. Just get Stark going at Kunu. It's only Kadis and Flash alive. Kadis down below, drop down. There's no way he can survive. But the sticks coming out, denying the scout. And he's going to jump out through a big door, and I guess Stade is alive. Doesn't matter, I was going to chase it in fact.
This is so different from what I'm used to seeing out of mids on Se7en on Galio. Rush here, it's just so strange. They just can't find any presence. Amps and the Diski synergy usually helps out so much, but it just doesn't come to fruition today. And the Diski once again just with some mild attempt shot down really early by the scout dude that are giving both of them such a hard time here.
Yeah, they do have a sentry up in Se7en right now. You know, I don't really expect anything more from them, or less. But you know, kind of waiting in right now. They can take in the shutter any time now, any second. But they are going to take in. Sentry is going to be focused down. 2 stacks is down, no bar. But they do have a Pyro still. Oh, yeah, Flash is on Pyro, so we're going to watch out. There is Kadis in water right now. No one's really going to be jumping on. Both soldiers there. Ali getting arms. But we do see the soldier above point, the Lash. We're going to watch out. No one's really wanting to fight in the point right now. They're only kind of focusing the players that outside of the ring now. It doesn't matter. Tiger does go down, but Amrock as well. They're going to push out right now. Starky nearly does have Uber, and he's going to use it to probably contest this. And they're going to take the fight now. Se7en, Kunu, all down. And that's Se7en that are going to get out. Or Se7en is going to get out himself, in fact, with Se7en.
That was a strange amount of time we spent on this last push here. Feint was playing really slow. At some point, they probably changed ideas to not even trying to even win anymore, but slowly get the Uber out of the medic to have advantage for a recontesting here, which will be the case now with Fortune advantage. And we'll see if they can make it work. Obviously, they lost too many numbers to not lose second here, which means they need some sort of good entry here to keep this Uber advantage for last, potentially.
Yeah, they do have the Uber, they are building, but it doesn't matter. Feint are going to come in with Uber into second, get Kadis right off the bat. Looks like oh, 3K coming out there on a Diski Arms and Kadis, but they're going to try and get out. Ooh, Sorex.
Tiger as well, that's 4 down. And
Sorex.
And we have a pause, I believe.
Oh no. Oh, wait, yeah.
Or is it the server? I'm one of those who thinks it for
what
sure.
The?
Let's see. They're still continuing into last. Stark gets forced immediately. There's nothing to defend him. Point gets placed. Pressure from Feint all over the place. Se7en has to go back. Allows Se7en and Co to just back out. Sorix even still under the point. Tries to still contest. Unsuccessfully so, but losing 2 here is perfectly acceptable. As long as you have a decent hold on Se7en.
Yeah, what are they going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going at the Uberad right now.
They're not holding aggressively enough. They're just way too far back, letting this in for free. Kadis will lose his life, which is a decent pick, but it's just a repeat of what we've seen a few seconds ago with Feint just getting themselves an Uberhead, but losing second for it, so they don't have it for last anymore.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be taking it in right now. They do have Uber now. They need to cap second though, which is not what they really wanted to do. But Adeski going out of Samsky right now. They do have one down. They're going to try and get out. Or they are going to get out, in fact.
The advantage is dwindling, it's 20%. They have a pick, so even if it comes to an even Uber fight, they still have at least a little bit the upper hand here. They come in with the Uber from Shutter Door all the way to the point. Katie's door is really quickly. Uber does not reach the point in time.
Yeah, it looks like no one was there to block, and they never had it in time. No soldiers were jumping, and Feint walked across the point. Did what Se7en did in their last.
Yeah, not the prettiest round by Feint, but 3 times the charm. Eventually it will work out. You're getting second somehow for free by just getting the Katis pick early.
I wonder if it'll do the same as with both soldiers and both teams will do a double bomb. Because he did that.
I really hope Se7en has some other ideas. It hasn't been working so far. They lost every mid, and using the soldiers early has been a big concern, but this time they're much more successful here.
Yeah, they do get 2 soldiers down already, but they do get a soldier and a scout on Feint, and it's not really looking too shabby here for Feint as they do lose Samsky down low. As we do see Ali jumper on point, gets his 6 to connect Skadis with Sorex. And it is going to be 3v3, but they're going to play it really weird. They do have spawners coming up very soon. They do see Tiger and Ali, doesn't matter, both scouts are going to surround him. He gets crushed. Siege is going to go down, he drops, he hits the auto.
So tunnel vision, Tiger, so Medic was all alone. Stark in the meantime, completely safe from anything, but he just takes a scout. Spawn's not fast enough here, they just needed to stall some time to connect with Amok. It's just too late.
Oh no.
Se7en's first mid win, and then it was a scrappy fight in here.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening with these mids. So they just kind of like taking easy mode, like I don't want to try hard. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Amps and Meduski's coordination just seems off. They get damage, but not enough kills out of any of that, and there's no good follow-up. So they just kind of get left alone after the initial damage to die, and after that they just immediately 2 down every single time on the mid fights.
Yeah, but they do have Uber and Se7en right now. They do have an MG up and a sentry gun up. They do have the gun level 2. You know. Uncle Dane, bigger hitbox, you don't want a level 2, but they're going to be taking it in right now. He pokes the sentry as fast as they possibly can. The pyro doing work. The sentry stays alive for a wee bit longer, and it doesn't really matter, but Uber's are not really going to be. Uber's not really come out the side of Feint for a while now, so they could probably play the point. There is Ali, who is still in water. The Lash baiting out the sticks. They do get dead. He does suffer them away. We do see Adeski jumper on point, doesn't matter. Ali going to hit the pipes. Siege gets the saw and does get Uber himself way too early. And the Se7en going to get out. They do see the Lash still in a Lash there for some odd reason. But Starkey gets out through it.
Yeah, like you said, Se7en could have played this really patiently, but they just didn't look at the medic walking their way. And Siege saves the situation so much. Feint now with a little bit of aggression themselves into Big Door, trying to make space and get second as quickly as they can. Lose a player for it, but they still have not all numbers up on Se7en, so Feint will get the second point, and with slight Uber here, it will be tough to get anything more out of this.
Yeah, it's kind of just going to be probably a hold for both teams right now, unless Se7en are really feeling it themselves.
It's a small ad, it's barely 20%. It's possible, but I don't know if Se7en is too keen on doing that right now with the current scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, no, they're actually going to go through Big Door, in fact, never mind that, but they're going to actually, no, Feint are just going to run out. They're not going to run out, they're just going to go back a wee bit. Don't really take the fight, they are going to take second though, maybe they'll...
But Se7en's combos just rotating behind them in lobby.
What's happening here? We do see Ali going down. The Uber has came out on the side of Se7en right now. Samsky is in low. Uber coming out from Feint as well. They do have a much better Uber, but nothing will come out of it because Se7en has rotated to top.
They just traded positions, and now Se7en has the high ground all of a sudden. Protesting from the upper area. Amok jumps Stark. Can he land the final rocket? No, he can't. Stark escapes into the Victor area. For now alive, but he's really weak. They need to be careful. Siege gets jumped from all sides. Zay's out of trouble. Somehow everybody just body blocks for the medic, and Feint is protecting him so nice.
How? Both soldiers jumped for just the scout for some odd reason. I did notice that. And it's the way. I didn't even know what was happening there, but with only Karis just defending choke by himself goes down. Tiger is an elbow right now, and he should not have shot anything because now he's going to go down. As Arms and Starkey do spawn, they're just going to rotate
that was
up.
really good by Siege to stay alive in that situation. Se7en had such an easier time coming from the high ground to come into this fight, and somehow he slipped through all of the danger there, stays alive, will have this UA at 60%, big one to come into the last point with if they can get second easily, but Flash and Sniper has something to say about that.
Yeah, they do have the big boy ad. Siege is well aware of the Sniper. He's kind of not really want to peek, and he wants to try and get... Oh, Samsky gets the Lash, just lads. I think it was a sink bomb there. He was done and dusted as soon as that rocket was there. But both rockets, in fact. He could not have done it. But they do cap second right now. The Uber ad is fading slowly but surely. And that means there's only a few seconds left to push in. They are going to use in straight away. Ali going in for an aggressive jump. Starkey doesn't guess. Oh, Starkey down. That's it. There's only Kadis and Cole left. They're going to get walk something up here. As they do have a full squad to defeat right now and last. Most of
it's not looking good numbers wise, but they can just recontest later if they just choose to just leave again. But they want Adiski in the river. They will find him. Both soldiers combined is another pick here. What else can they do with this point? Hasn't been heavily contested. It's Kadis just staying down there as safe as he can. Dark spawns. Se7en has the heals again. Flash goes down. Everybody in spawn world. Kadis alone on the point. They start jumping in. Kuno goes for the demo and will find him. Samsky does that as well, but so much time on the point.
And that's another round to Feint. I like what Feint did there, where they got their Samsky bombed in, dead the sticks, scout ran across and just got Kadis like that. No danger. But there's a pause coming out from Kadis, a little bit of map talk.
Yeah, that was sketchy. They, like, you can see their position here in the pause as well. They were just about to reach the point, and numbers-wise, they might have even been able to do it with the kills, but it was just not fast enough. Once again, kind of like the first round they lost here.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening now. I think they're just kind of I don't know what really is happening. Like Se7en had kind of shaky mids, and then seconds of the transitions are good. Yeah, like they're doing really well everywhere but the mid fights, and apparently a little bit on the last points as well. Once Feints get these advantages, they can make them work. It's just that they struggled keeping the second point while doing so a lot. Maybe they're just the comms or coordination's just a bit off on the side of Se7en today, because yesterday they were performing like top notch. Yeah. They beat Froyo, but if they're losing to Feint on their map, that's a at the very least, something's lacking on the mid fight for sure. Yeah, the Sony bombs are just not doing enough. There's no follow-up, and they got one mid win, and that had clearly nothing to do with Solly bombs either. It went well. It was just a scrappy DM fight that miraculously went their way with Zoix just having the wrong choice at the end. Yeah, it's just kind of. There's a pause right now. I'm going to take a drink. I need a drink. It's going to be interesting. Se7en really has to step up the mid fights here, otherwise they're going to find themselves on a tight scoreline really quickly. Feint have shown that while they struggle a little bit with that, they're still perfectly capable of doing it if Se7en just stays there for way too long. So they can't allow them to get any more chances here. They need to just get a good start to a round for once in a while. Yeah, I don't think the double soldier bombs are working out either. Like, it works for a wee bit. It's kind of 50-50 how Feint are kind of playing around it right now. Yeah, for sure. They're making a good job. Kuno and Zoix have been dealing with Amps and Adiski really, really well this game. Yeah, like, although they might get one scout, either Sorex or Kuno will just kind of like, nah man, you're getting focused down, you're the first one in my radar. But they don't really, when Se7en do it, they don't really pay to lower, and Amrock can either go down and just kind of bomb in, as he tried to do on the we have an unpause happening, so the game will continue any moment here. 3-2 is the scoreline as this round ends, and we go straight into another mid fight. Yeah, BM in chat, I like myself some BM. Just be if the last check and see if they're running crits, Krieg or no, which they aren't, so doesn't matter. But we do see them getting ready. Kadis ultra fast this man. We see Tiger on the side of Feint right now. Only Amps jumping to the side, Adiski jumping to the side. Not rather than jumping in, Siege is really weak right now. Amps is going to hit the spam rocket there, and they're all just going to collapse then into them on elbow right there. And Samsky gets out, looks like the last gets the clean up shot on him. Such a huge improvement on the mid for them, finally. Sure, this game went down again, but this time for so much more on purpose. They denied any sort of a high ground. For Feint, they didn't even get through elbow in the first place. Great damage from Amps on the right side, Adiski and Kadis from the other side, and just no space whatsoever given to Feint. Yeah, they really played their cards right there, mid, compared to just bombing into their choke, or big door, sorry. And as you said, they took the height advantage and just denied the soldiers and anything else really, and collapsed them in elbow. They do see them in, they've got full Uberad right now. They do have a sentry, there's a pyro as well. They're going to take it in right now. They have the sentry down already, Am's getting that down. We do see Ali below the point, and they're just going to kind of wait. Maybe get a soldier bomb in at the point. Don't know what's happening. I have an invisible player, 3. But ooh, Am's getting Amrock and Samsky, as Am does go down to Sorex, and it does really matter. They do have both soldiers down on both sides. Equal spawns-ish. So he just takes the fight against everybody in River, and he still doesn't die. Tiger can't land a shot, neither can Kadis. Somehow, nobody dies in that engagement, and Zoix gets out of it. Kadis still under the point. I'm not sure if they are aware of it, with Flash to back him off as well. If they don't find him quickly, it could be dangerous. They go down the Samsky Zoix team up to find the first one. Flash still there, will get cleaned up as well. Suddenly,
the surprise play for Se7en just completely gone. Uber and up for seeds. It won't waste any more time, and with 2 down here as well as Uber and it should be easy as long as they stay safe. Ams jump immediately denied. Won't fall, gets the pack. Amarok will chase him down, however. But this just takes the distraction from Victor. Did so much damage, but Seeds holds his Uber on 9 HP.
Oh, that takes balls to do that. You know, I mean, 9 HP.
It was so well done by the soldiers as well, but Ams also died in the end. So once again, not working out too well for Se7en. They want a mighty contest here. They do have Uber, they don't have numbers. They need a better Uber here. Samsky goes in too aggressively, won't find the kill. Flash cleans up Torx as well. They still need to use Frosty, but Pain just doesn't have the numbers anymore.
Do you smell super noodles? I smell super noodles. Because it's just, anyway, what was I saying? They're just kind of, Ubers have been exchanged. Both soldiers going to jump up right now. Misses the shot on Seeds, but that doesn't matter. Seeds! Oh, nearly got out, but it doesn't matter.
Flash there to clean up Ali as well. Really nice recontest by Se7en. Get pretty much everything besides Sark from Samsky, who died earlier, so pretty much a full wipe in that sense, and there's not much Sark and Samsky can do. They can't afford to waste their lives here. There's no way they're going to get Uber in time, so they need to just stay alive for last and put up a good hold.
He's sipping of those, man. Anyway, as I was saying, it looks like Se7en are now... I hear voices and can't talk.
They're building the sentry. Se7en just
but
needs
looks
some
like
more time here.
Yeah, they look like
they
they're just waiting right now. They're going to
wait. They have to stall. Once again, NG Pyro on the defense, doing what they do best, just deny Uber as much as possible.
Yeah, they're going to go hammer with Uber right now. They do have the sentry gun, and the sentry gun does go down first off. But Amarok going down as well. He was on launch pad, not the best idea. They was probably going for the flank, but they're going to be cutting about and spawn right now. It's going to try and bait the sticks off point, but it doesn't really matter. Samsky and Ali are down now. It's all 4 down. They're going to just Se7en walk on point basically. Flash and Tiger.
Yeah, Se7en controlled the space on this last point really nicely. The moment Amarok went down, they just started baiting the point, started contesting right side where the rest of Fein wanted to contest from, and nobody on Fein had any free space without taking a lot of damage for it. So really well done by Se7en.
Yeah, it's like that pause, that tactical pause is really working out for Se7en.
Yeah, which is ironic because Ali says nice momentum killer pause, but it's not going to work. He lost.
Ali, stop with the BM.
Looks like Ali is the one wrong here as the jump comes in by Ams and he collapses onto the demo and they will trade lives, but only a single bomb this time.
Yeah, but it looks like this soldier craters nonetheless either. He could have survived there, but he never. And both soldiers are down on the side of Fein right now. It's only Scout and Med. And they're going to get out through their big door. Cade is trying to get sticks to connect them. It looks like they're just all going to chase the frags, in fact. And they're actually going to go cap mid now, which is the aim of the game, as control point.
Disky already all the way behind, but Solks and Kuno seem to have something with it. They chase him all the way into the underside of the point. Will fall pretty quickly, so no surprise play there. They have the Uber up as well. They have one player at it. It's not a huge advantage, but it's at least an opportunity to see if they can make something happen, and they really, really want to. Se7en about to cap the point. They still contest. The ammo goes in aggressively onto Stark. Nobody there to protect him. He gets the force off. Seeds now under pressure himself, but much more defended by his team.
Yeah, honestly, Starky pop. Question mark. But now we have a Disky on Spy. This should be interesting as we see him kind of walk around, rotate. Oh, he's in lobby right now. He's going to come in any second now. He's going to try going the point.
Not quite getting it, and I feel like that jump by Ams was a little bit too early as well. Disky was not in position and the coordination was just ever so slightly off. Neither of them successful, and given that it's already Uber this ad, there's not much they can do from mid. And will barely get the spawn for second in the first place as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to take this mid back. Disky is down. They've got one player ad. They do deny him for spawn, so that's kind of skittish. But they're going to be, if you do see Ams just watching a choke right now, ready to spam our way. They do have Kiri's big door this time, which is, don't know why. He's got protection around him, so you shouldn't really worry. But, looks like they're a wee bit split up right now.
We're getting into dangerous time territory as well. 3 minutes left, 2 round lead for Se7en. Fein is going to be hard pressed to do something here to break the stalemate, get some momentum back in their side, and it needs to happen quickly. They can't even rely on a sniper right now. There's just no time for it. They just decide to pop through choke to get the exchange. Yeah,
they do get the exchange off, but Se7en do have a much better Uber, and they're not really going to play off it, surprisingly.
They don't need to. They just need to wait roughly another minute here to just straight up win the game by time. Fane needs to do something about it. They are aggressive on the flank. Samsky making some moves here, wanting to get in behind, take the fight against the flank. Tiger and Disney are winning the fight so far though. Zolx comes out to help as well. Put the third one on the flank side, and that will just do the job just fine. For now, Samsky ammo eventually both fall, and it slowly fumbles for Fane here.
Yeah, it looks like Se7en won this. This is a GG. It's track time.
It really should be. If it isn't, then something massively wrong somewhere. But with Seeds dying, not able to preserve the last few percentages on his Medigun, it's looking really dire for Fane now.
Yeah, this is like, this has to be GG. There's no other way. They cannot come back after this. It's like, they can get around.
But before they have even the chance to do that, they would have to get past Starkey's Uber, who's having it any moment here on mid as well, and
yeah,
would just all would take way too much time.
They do now have Uber, and they do have a Skunu on Sniper. So they're going to watch out if they have him on Sniper right now, as they're going to take it in any second now. And Samsky going down. Alec getting a disky though. But they're going to take it in through the lobby, and
just going really deep into last, just chase the kill before they go to second. One shot for now, Samsky gets Seeds. There's still people left on, they're cleaning them up pretty quickly for sure. Zolx, Ali, the only survivors of this. And nowhere to be found. Amps even chases down Zolx all the way on last. Ali just all alone, and whoever gets jumped by Amps as well gets his second kill there. And the first spawns are just not enough to defend his last point anymore.
Oh, the soldier messed up his jump, and he couldn't get on point with an eye, but that's a GG. It's a 1 minute trash time now. There's not really much they can do.
Yeah, if it wasn't a pound before, it is clearly over now. 3 rounds in a minute, certainly not possible. Se7en struggled a bit at the beginning, for sure, especially on the mids, but eventually they figured it out.
They did figure it out, and it doesn't really matter though, because they lost. They lost this map. There is another map, which is Snakewater. Historically, Se7en has struggled a wee bit on this map.
They're still usually performing when it counts.
Yeah, but compared to Gully Wash,
well, if the mids are any indication, then it's going to be interesting either way, because it took them half the game to get a good mid on the board.
Yeah, so just wait for the game to finish, so we can get logs.
Yeah, the last few seconds run off the clock, as obviously Fane's not in the best position anymore. He's just all on his own. Se7en on the way to camp. They are looking keen to get another round on the board, but I don't think it's quite possible anymore. 10 seconds left, as they're not quite on last yet even.
There's only 8 seconds left. They're usually within. There's only 4 seconds at point. And that's it. They've won it. No one can cap. No cap time, like. And they're down to 7.
5-7. It will be the scoreline eventually. The pause helping them out so much, I feel.
Yeah, I have the log.
Not the updated ones.
Yeah.
We'll probably get them up on stream any moment here as well for everybody to see. And yeah, that was a game. Se7en started so weak on the mid fights. It was really uncharacteristic. Normally, like Amps and Ediski just control the space on mid so well and just get early pressure on for the rest to follow up on. But Fane just didn't let any of that happen until like really late on in the game.
Yeah, after the tactical pause, it's just the pace of the game just completely changed. Like, said it's double soldier bombing at big door every time. It was soldiers jump in top, or one goes in and one goes lower and jump up top. You know, they changed their strategy and it worked out really well.
Yeah, definitely. They just didn't rely on the double bomb anymore all too much after that, and just if anyone died, it was just one alone, which is much more affordable as long as he gets something especially with it, and that's just what happened. Amps jumped in aggressively one mid, got immediately onto Ali, and just traded out a really great kill to just play a little bit slower on for the rest of the mid fight, for the rest of Se7en.
Yeah, we don't have any updated logs yet. Oh, maybe, no, we don't. Looks like we just have that one. And
so update them soon, so we can see some actual numbers. The one we have, just for the stream to know, is about halftime with the 2-1 scoreline still being on the scoreboard. So that's not quite the most accurate representation of this game.
Yeah. Oh, I have an at somewhere. Okay, it was that there. But I don't really worry about that. But they're now in Snakewater now.
That's a whole other one, yeah.
And
it's going to be...
Looks like logs are not being updated. Sad face.
Well, what's your opinion on Snakewater then going forward already? Skipping a little bit ahead here.
If the game's going to be like this game, then I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be I want to make an educated guess here, but it's going to be so hard with 7's mid on Gully Wash, because it was such a mixed bag at the beginning, really bad, later on really well done, and Snakeward has some of the similar issues where you just need some good soldier presence on the mid fight. You can have a lot of options with just going behind, going up front, double bomb, single bomb, and then just follow up all on over the point. You have a lot of options, and 7 just needs to figure out what's the one that works for them, and against Feint, which it took a lot of time, and they can't really afford to have that once again, especially if Feint's last pushes are any better than they were on Kaliwash.
I mean, if we just look at like how 7 played the first few mids, if they're going to be in Snake War and just go for double soldier bomb, it's not going to be working out for them at all.
I don't believe so either. They just need something bigger than that.
News update, 7 are taking a break. So
one map, just unfortunately too much for them to handle.
We need a tactical pause for at least 2 maps.
Yeah, another one.
Do we have any other games? So there's no other games.
I guess we just gotta wait for 7, as per usual. I mean, it depends also how long 7 is taking a break for. If they're just like all taking.
When you mean like take a break, it's usually probably more than 10 minutes.
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, are they gonna believe they have that many like extra privileges? Hopefully not.
Well, we won against Froyo, so we must have all privilege.
I see, that's how it works.
I mean, if they do take a break.
I mean, a short one, sure, but...
A toilet break, fine. No, I shouldn't be looking at that. I'm casting.
I mean, it's not like anyone is quickly joining the server Hiva at the moment, so it's not like Feint is just hard-pressed to continue the game on as well.
Well, there's only 2 players in the server. We could see an MG.
I mean, taking break, it could be a double-edged sword, because we just saw how much of a momentum killer it was for Feint, despite them insisting that it won't be. While for 7, it worked out perfectly. They just had the time to just like talk about what's going on, what they need to do, and especially with an all-new map, it could just be what they need. Just take a little bit more time than otherwise and talk about things.
Yeah, it looks like we have people on the couch soon. They are getting ready. So
yeah, we might have a short interview session, and
so we're going to run
after that.
Yeah, we're going to run an interview right now. So enjoy that, and then we're going to put it to the couch. So see you in a bit.
Hello again. I'm back. By this time I'm joined by Feint Gaming EU, Esports, Sports. One by one, could you introduce yourself? Tell me what class you played and your name.
I'm Samsky and I play Roma.
I'm Kunu, I'm the Pocket Scout.
I'm Rob, Pocket Soldier.
Alright, so first question actually. You guys in the Essentials Cup did a very good result. Well, got a very good result against 7. Finished in second, but he did very well. Obviously, Badlands was a bit of a hit and miss because of the spawn change, so we'll see past that. But what are your realistic hopes of finishing in this land, and what is your like aspiration? What do you actually think you can if you really pushed it?
Realistic, depending on how other people play third, and goal, I guess, like just to get to the grand finals and see how we can contest the team there.
And how many is this the first land for? Like, how many in your team?
No one, I don't think, unless it's your first land.
One of GA land this year.
It's Cetus first land.
Just okay, so obviously, who was your medic before? Was it Torret? And you moved to Seeds.
Yes.
Seeds obviously being kicked from 7, and you luckily got him. And how do you think he sort of like improved your team, if anything?
Stability-wise, having a stable mate who's consistent, he knows what he's doing, doesn't have to be told all the time what he's to do.
Is that a sort of different Torret there?
No, not at all. Torret's a good player, he knows most of the team, just little things that not everyone can pick up, and Seeds knows.
Alright, there's no drama there, I'm sorry Torret if you listen to this. Amrik, you are sort of like a player, and I've spoken to quite a few people, like you're actually an up and coming, like someone that just seems to come out of nowhere though. So, is there anything that like you've done differently over like the past year? Because there's a bit, a lot of people sort of like you're saying it's decent, but like everyone now, it's like you go pretty massive. Like, have you been sort of like putting your head down, practicing kind of, or is it just just naturally a sick player?
I guess I've been always kind of dedicated to like having a lot of discipline. I train on a daily basis to keep up the mechanics. So I don't know. It's like on as far as it goes as like mechanics and like improving your skills. I think I can. I've been working pretty hard. As I said, it comes off pretty naturally as well.
And so in this LAN as well, there's a lot of like really good teams. I feel like this is maybe one of the closest LANs that we have. There's obviously like maybe Froyo and Se7en kind of sit at the top a bit. Everybody else is incredibly close. Is there any other teams that you think maybe apart from your own that are possibly like a dark horse and can like easily get a really big upset? Obviously Ascent last year, was it Ascent last year? Yeah, you obviously got like you guys were sort of meant to be that, and then I think you got knocked out by
a dark horse.
Yeah, so do you think there's a team that's not yourselves that could be like that sort of surprise factor again?
Yeah, I think like any team with EAMS on, just because they're so really well structured. So I'd say Aura Electro. Obviously they didn't really have like a great season, but their scrim results were really good. So I guess they have certain choke factor when it comes to like making it count. But I don't know, something about me just says that I think they might just clutch up. So I think that's the team for me personally that I'm kind of worried playing against. Not so much Se7en and Swift because we've played them more. We haven't practiced against Aura Electro much at all. So it's kind of that uncertainty.
And so obviously Aura Electro being a dark horse as well, and obviously you guys, is there anything that I feel like is going to be a barrier for you, like sort of really, pushing like really hard to get into like top 4? Is there anything that you feel like you might be a little bit inexperienced on, or you like sometimes shows up as a little bit of a problem when you play or anything like that?
I don't think we can roll out the choke factor ourselves. I mean, it's the first time I'm playing seriously at LAN. It's my third LAN, but it's the first time I'm playing seriously. It's obviously Caesar's first LAN, so there's always that element of choke going into it. But in terms of how we play online, just making sure we don't overreact to anything, or making sure we stay calm. Because if we stay calm, we're really focused, and we can beat anyone.
No, fair enough. So thank you all for your time. One more thing as well. Samsky here donated me 90 quid for a therapy session, so been very kind. I really needed it, so
Thanks, bro.
so yeah, stay tuned because the real test and what everybody come to LAN for is going to start, which is going to be the quiz.
So today is our big launch event for Belong Westfield Stratford, home for the Stratford Spartans. It's got our brand new look and feel that you can probably see around me now, and we have 36 Yo-Yo Tech high-spec PCs for you guys to play on. We've gone for a really big epic entryway in the community area, so somewhere you guys can hang out and chill out.
I think the decor is great. I think the design has done a fantastic job. It suits gaming absolutely perfect.
Fantastic just to be able to see some friends here and watch everything come together, because every single Belong is like a bit of a family, and so watching the family here at Stratford evolve is fantastic.
Now, I've been to quite a few of these arenas, and this one is just massive. It's huge. You could finish playing, and then I could take my team and go and sit down, and we can have a drink and a laugh and a chat. It becomes much more of a social thing as well as being a gaming experience. Like, everyone I've spoken to is quite amazed by it.
So it's been an exciting day getting Belong Gaming Arena Stratford ready for you. It's open today. Come down and join us and join the Stratford Spartans.
Welcome back. We are now sponsored by Belong and HP.
Yeah.
I just found that out right now.
Isn't that just great?
Yes, it is.
Always
So-
nice people sponsoring TF2 still, this late in the game's life cycle.
Yes. Smiley face. But no one really. It looks like we have players joining now.
Yeah, people are slowly connecting. Break is finally over. More or less, at least. Most people are slowly connecting, and game on Snakewater should be
Can I take a
continuing soon.
drinking break? Can I have that privilege?
Sorry, you didn't beat Throw Your Tech.
Close enough.
You saw them, that must count, right?
No, yeah, it does count, but I lost my voice during it. Or like was going to, so I had to leave. I wanted to get. I can't say that. Never mind. Oopsies. Can I say sorry that was my sister and not break terms and conditions? Is that allowed?
I mean, you do it anyway.
I mean, have I broken anything this LAN? I mean,
if you did, I don't want to know and not be involved with it, I think.
I mean,
I think that would be better for me.
I think it's not good that I publicly announce what's happened at LAN. Yeah, it's for the best.
Cadus joined Team Blue. Cadus left the game. Well, we're making progress, slowly.
Archon, restart. Archon, change map, CP, process, final one.
Why process?
Because it's just a good map.
Yeah, but we just saw, or well, maybe not just, but we saw Feint on it earlier, and that wasn't the prettiest.
I just want to see what happens in process, just for DM.
I mean, Se7en would probably prefer that too over Snakewater right now with this matchup, but Snake it will be.
Yeah, I would do. I'd choose it as well, because Snake is not my map.
We'll see soon enough how they will do here. I feel like it should still be a decent close game. It was for the longest time on Gullywash as well. So, I don't know.
So we've given the players the go-ahead to ready up when they are.
They just need to be on the server.
Yep.
Which is the main concern.
So we need gamers to join. We need the. Can you hit the fancy button key? Can then Control V. If not, you go Control C. Whoever sent you the Connect, and you can join the game.
Advanced server joining. Well, they're making progress. We got like 10 here, I think, if I can count.
I just seen Samsky just Minecraft someone right there. He was mining for something. Probably bitcoins. I should. No, I don't want to get into that debacle. We're at LAN.
Well, enough of that. Snakewater it will be here, map number 2 in this best of 3 series, and 7-1 up already. So it's do or die time for Feint here, and they need some good presence in the mid fight. And it's going to be interesting because sure they won most of the mid fights at some point later or early on Gullywash, but I feel like that wasn't too much to do with how they played necessarily. They just were decently holding against the aggression coming out by 7 and just clean up the easy kills early on, and then it was just easy from there every single time until the pause happened, really. And once that happened, 7 just found a new strat, and immediately everything turns around, and Feint just had no say on the mids anymore. So what I'm getting out of that is just that Feints need to be a bit more the ones initiating on the mid fights.
It looks like 7, when they take the control, they can hold against it, but when Feint want to take control, 7 can actually just...
Yeah, they need some better pressure, just simple as that.
Yeah, like...
on the mid fights themselves, that is.
Yeah, like a lot of the time when you see the double soldier bomb, there was no pressure on the soldiers at all. When they were jumping, those scouts were shooting at them. If not, they were shooting, but they were like doing like 3 damage or something like that, and it wasn't stopping it in their way. And they would bomb in either get Siege or the Alley or anyone else like that. But we do have one more gamer left to join, and that would be
Sorex.
Sorex, it is.
Sorex late.
Pasta, not pasta brain. That's Jatsan. He does have a pasta brain. But yeah, hurry up.
I really wish we had the logs like updated as well. It's such a shame. LAN logs are weird because they do have the advantage of like almost live updating, obviously delayed from the actual game, but like round by round. But they sometimes just take some time to actually be back up. You found them.
Do you think if you hit F5 enough in the server, it will just kind of like, you know, just like, I feel like web page, just like, I can reload the logs. Tweaky will do something. He'll make something happen. Oh, well, Tweaky is on the case, as I've just been told.
Doing way too much this LAN.
As I've yelled.
Poor guy. Even made an entirely new fantasy TF. Actually, since we have the time, it's a good time to just shout that out as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout.
Let me just find out what the actual URL is.
Is it like TF2 fantasy?
It's something weird. Oh, there it is. So if you go over to fantasy.tf2.gg, you can make your own LAN fantasy team here for I63 out of all the players still in the from the invite bracket. Who that will obviously slowly dwindle down.
Okay. I'm not going to say in. Where is my team?
Let's see who is first though.
I am 65th.
That is probably better than me, I believe.
Nope, I am actually lower than that. Never mind. I am 66th. Why did I
find myself? Oh wait, I'm 6th. Oh, I'm happy.
I have Fun, Scruff, Amrock, Carback, Elikor, and Seeds.
Well, I feel like this game so far has made you happy then, with Feint not quite performing, not able to get the W out of 7.
No, you've just.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance. Swift, on the other hand, has been underperforming this LAN so far. Lost a couple in the group stages. Lost to Aura Electro earlier as well. And that's gonna be.
Well, that's me just ruined my TF2 fantasy team now.
Who's on my team? I forgot.
Do we get any prizes for this? Do we get any? Is this just?
You can get a hug from Triku, maybe.
HUD from TQ. Oh, hug? I thought you'd say HUD or hug.
Hug.
Okay. You probably do both.
I mean, he tried to make a HUD, but then he just gave up, so I don't think so, no.
That sounds like Twiku, so.
I mean, it was for that one like HUD competition a while ago.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if TF2 HUD's janky though, like, mega jank.
Well, I have Flash on my team and 2 Feint players, so like, this game is a double-edged sword for me.
Yeah, I tried not to pick any 7 players. I tried to be a bit respect, you know, like, nah, man, nah, chief. I'm gonna keep
Why that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just went Swift, Aura, Feint, Ascent. I mean, I had to pick Seeds mid. No offense, but there's like, he's top mid this mid. Oh,
yeah, I picked Seeds too, and he still did really well this game so far. Had some really great moments, but great moments alone won't get you the win nor a good score on fantasy, so it's not that easy.
Yeah. Also, this is the first time I've ever seen Seeds at LAN and what it looked like.
I still haven't found out where Feint are sitting. I've seen like a couple of people, especially invite teams as well.
It broke my mental image, seeing Seeds. I never knew it would look like that. Honestly.
Well, you learn a lot of people here, LAN, which is one of the great parts.
I heard the shenanigans is here. The Russian guy. I don't know what he is though. But just waiting.
Yeah, I picked a 7 player. I have Flash on my team, and
well,
he did really well this tournament, and he has to. He's the pocket scout. He needs to put on a great performance. There's so much pressure on him, especially with a medic as unexperienced on the class as Stark. He just has so much more pressure on himself.
I have got some tatas.
Why do you even open that message up?
No, it wasn't a message. It was in a Discord server.
Well, same thing.
Yeah, man. It was even atted at me. I have bought tickets to see KSI and Logan Paul on YouTube
Why
live.
Why did you bring that up on? Well, we have more important things to talk about, it seems.
Like the
game is finally going live. A short break taking a little longer than expected, but here we are. Map 2 CP Snakewater.
And it looks like they're getting into the fight already. Straight off the bat, we do see Se7en rotating into their kitchen right now as they're pushed out. Amrock is going to chase them in. Ali does go down to Ampus right now. But, Sorek's going down as well. And we do see it's only... And looks like Seeds goes down. Seeds is going down. He stuffs the rocket.
Late jump by Stark on Soldier, of all things. And a Disky on Medic.
There we go.
What's happening here?
And
Stark is certainly performing. Getting a 4K on this mid fight. What is going on here?
I don't know. What we do? No, I thought we were going to run double spy there. Hell yeah. Double spy second.
The last time I've seen like something like this happen was when I watched Scrim from Se7en against Feint as well on product, but it made a lot more sense on product because giving up your Roma makes a lot more sense there than it does on a standard type CP map, but maybe Stark's just not feeling the medic today.
Maybe not, but it doesn't matter. It's just kinda... Oh yeah, a Disky's on medic, what the f. Anyway, we do see them rotating lower now, and and they're going to rotate through shutters. They do have a Brad, they do have a sniper and an NG. Setting up at bucket, here's the sniper. Good jump, sentry does go down, yada yada, you know how this plays out. Get on point, no one really dare deny it. Soldier's actually finally jumped in point right there. 4-2. Case doesn't hit the pipe onto Amrock there, but doesn't matter. It's the Soldier hitting that, and Scout walks the point, Tiger caps, and that's a round of 7.
Yeah, really great point pusher, just getting really deep with that, denying them from getting the point for like half the people on Feint as well. So much damage to all of the players on Feint that survived this initial onslaught to block the point. And Marathon really quickly going to 7, but still sticking with Fadisky on Medic and Stark on Roma.
Yeah. So it looks like this mid, we'll see how this goes. I never really got to see the start of it, but we do see Starkey going into their kitchen right off the bat. See what happens there. They've got one soldier down basic for the time being. They're going to play it nice and safe. Which they are. There's Arms that's going to jump up top right now, try to get a bit of damage to them. But Starkey does get Samsky in the backline right now. He's going to take pack. This is going to make a bit more room for them. But, oh, Arms go down. So does Karis, but it doesn't matter. Sorex and Amber are now down. There's wait, someone's Sorex is left. Oh no, and he's joined back, but it doesn't matter. Kona's going to go down. But Starkey's drop as well.
Tiger on the chase and flashes behind lines as well. The scouts are on the case and Siege can't escape from them. Ali all alone will be chased down as well. Falls eventually to Flash, getting a 4K of his own this mid.
Yeah, looks like the wraparound there to get Siege there is going to really help. I can't see, but now that they're going to have a full ad now, the side of 7 right now, they can just kind of walk in, no fear, no danger. They have no danger really, apart from the soldiers. But
yeah, but neither of them is really contesting at all. Essentially, Emerald still at last, just hanging back. Kuno the only one attempting to do anything about this second push here with the sniper. Unable to find the shot, is still on last, but the sniper has at least one more opportunity before this push eventually will come in.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to be taking it to shutter once again. But they'll have an NG up this time, so not a lot of focus. Just need to focus the heavy this time, not as the soldier does jump him. Scout is on him straight away. Dead within seconds right there. As it looks like the Scout's going to go on point, clears the sticks. Sticks do get dead.
Huge double by Amps as well.
Bye. As the
no,
cap
just all on
is
Flash, and they just can't reach the point in time once again.
Bye. That's someone was just bodied there.
Yeah, that was Samsky getting completely destroyed by Amps on the top of the little hut there.
That better go in a frag movie.
Well, Samsky was happy about it in the chat, so...
Yeah, but
that just shows how good of a shot that was.
Yeah.
And
beat her, please.
Hopefully it doesn't demoralize the guy as we go into map mid number 3, only 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, let's see. Starkey go behind lines is, I don't know, it's kind of weird what he's doing, but he's not going behind this line. He's kind of just waiting for the buff right now. Probably going to go for a big bomb as he is going for a high bomb. Doesn't go for Siege in fact, goes to get a wee bit of damage in the demo and suffs away. But Ali going down, but doesn't matter. Arms is going to go down himself right now as they do lose one player down on each side. But it looks like, yeah, well, both soldiers are going to take a wee scrap. But I don't know what's happening. But oh, Scout's got a go spot. Does get Samsky, and Ambrock's got to get the final rocket and clean him up there right there. But
Se7en was playing so passive and once again just relying on the soldiers. Maybe not at the same time, but one by one. And Amps traded. Stark tried really hard, but eventually ended up dying without getting one himself. The Scout has to go in and only traded out as well. 3 down at that point. Weird mid for sure. Just kind of soldiers just slowly trickling in one by one into Feint's half and dying for it.
Yeah. Wee bit weird. Wee bit, but...
Speaking of things that aren't surprising, we have Kuno on Sniper after mid-fight where both mats survive instantly going for the off-class for the stalemate. Same with Falash, so we'll see a little bit of a sniper battle here. Let's see who will have the upper hand and who will get the better opportunities out of the sniper play.
Yay, picture-in-picture time, boys! But
yeah, I mean, we can see nothing happen on 2 screens at once.
Oh.
So they finally line up some shots, but it won't be enough, and he stays alive.
Yeah, Ali just alive with Skinny's teeth right there. He should have really died, but that buff saved him. Not even buff, he just had enough health. 25 HP was there, in fact. But if the headshot hit him, he would have been dead. Going on. Bye-bye. Cranium and go bye-bye. Anyway, we see them coming in just kind of stalemate now. They're just waiting for the snipers to do their job and get a pick. So...
This is actually a really interesting moment for Disky specifically, since like I have never seen him on Medic besides once 2 weeks ago, and that didn't go too well. So his like play defensively against Sniper around the Sniper sidelines is going to be important. If he just like makes some small mistake, if somebody like Kuno will punish it.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, that was in product.
Sure, but still.
Yeah, but
Flash wins the sniper battle though, gets the first shot onto Kuno and lands it with a body shot. Allows him to be a little bit more free in terms of choosing where he wants to aggress from with the sniper side right now.
Yeah, now that they have that space and don't need to worry about the sniper right now, it looks like Flash is going to be rotating lower, or to grass, sorry. And he'll be just kind of watching there, see what he can get done. But
well, Se7en is probably going to contend with sitting here. They are the ones on second. They're not going to lose anything if it goes to a timeout. They're just the ones getting mid forward, and Flash can just keep getting shots off for as long as they want to if they sit here.
yeah, Ams is also going down there, but he does get Ali in the process. So there are 2 down in the side of Fein right now.
Wants to contest, Stark even wants to contest from the
they've got 3 down right now. They can just walk in as Fein have walked out. There is a scout. He's not going to hide his own barrels, but he was just kind of see what was happening there. But Tiger's going in deep. He's just looking to see who's there. But
yeah, this is Se7en in element, just completely killing all momentum in the game, relying on the off-class flashy or some really passive plays with Stark just kind of waddling in, not even jumping, just kind of seeing what's up if there's an opportunity. Traded or got a kill out of Samsky, and suddenly Fein just doesn't have any staying right on mid anymore.
Yeah, but they do still have sniper in both teams around. It is Kuno and the Flash, which is interesting to see. We do see him peeking through a window. Kuno's also going to be there. See, he gets the shot. Oh, Kuno gets the shot onto Flash through the window in the mid right there. That's a good shot there. But
yeah, but they need some more of that, or something happening with it as well. They need to protect the sniper aggressively to get a better sideline. They're trying the hardest to take some more presence now, up in choke and in Saw at the moment, trying to just take some space. Samsky will get a kill out of it. Gets one out to Stark, will lose his life for it still. Might be a decent opportunity to try some more, but no, they just all back off really quickly.
Yeah, Kuno wasn't low right there. He missed the shots onto Arms, unfortunately. He could have hit them and would have changed the dynamic a wee bit, but for the most part we do see Kuno now peeking Saw, in fact, really aggressively. As Se7en, sorry. Can I just... Oh, why would you do that? Don't peek a sniper. But Kena gets picked off right there. He is now down, out for the count, and looks like without that they're going to see everyone kind of go back a wee bit or hide a wee bit more. And I don't know why Fein aren't pushing off this. They lost the demo.
They're just trying to peek in from every entrance if they can.
Desky drops.
Kuno finds the shot. 3K already in this life on sniper, and surely that's just starting in Warfield on the sniper class. Disky down, full ad for Seeds. That gates could have been open. They're trying to make the most of it. Stark jumps in as well. Wants to get onto Seeds. Seeds takes so much damage, but will stay alive.
Seeds once again proving he's worth as a medic, not popping when right when there's a soldier ready to hit the rocket.
Seeds had such a great tournament so far, just holding on to anything, and his team is there to protect him when it counts.
Yeah, Seeds being cut from Se7en's probably the worst idea.
Yeah, every time Seeds does something incredibly great here, especially in this game, it's gonna sting for Se7en.
Yeah, especially since this one, because Starky should have got the pick there, but Seeds nah, Chief, I ain't getting the force. Or sorry, not the pick the force, but he's like, nah, Chief, ain't happening. But as we see them kind of pushing at the secondary now, they're going to take the space they need to take. They're going to come in through low right now. They do have an NG up right now, building the sentry.
But this is where it gets sketchy. They sure have a little bit of an Uber ad here, but they also have a sniper, so unless Kuno can find a miracle shot really early on in this, it's going to be weird having the numbers, and he finds it. Amps goes down, pocket down. No Uber quite for Disky, will get any moment, needs to stay alive some longer. Sentry goes down as well. All of Se7en on the left side, find the Uber charge. Seeds is in trouble, gets chased down by so many people, can't escape. And that is his last push over.
Amrock does bomb in, doesn't quite get hit the shots he needs to hit, the rocket, sorry, but we do see Ali jumping in, going in deep, missed it, hits a piper of Disky. Oh, Samsky jumps in, gets the rocket to kill him right there. Good stuff there, but unfortunately Se7en are going to hold this last year. It was a good hold there.
Yeah, and in the end though, Disky still dies. Mission has been more or less accomplished. It didn't work out the first time, but they have now an even bigger ad than last time. Plus, they won't have to play around the sniper. Given Kuno hit a really nice shot going in, but the scout is just so much more reliable for the longer team fight that will ensue here. And it's just so much of a better situation now coming into the next last push.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be... Oh, we're going to have a replay right now. Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, while both teams are just building classically, nothing happening here besides sentries being built, UAs being built. Why not show something fancy in the meantime? And UAs are drawing closer, especially for Seeds. Disky only having 60%. Push on its way from Shutter.
They're not taking, they're taking any advantage they can get right now as they push right in. Heavy is in spawn. It looks like the Scouts try to bait the sticks on point. He does stay. The Heavy is there, gets taken out right now. Kuno also going down. It looks like everyone really scrappy fight out. Carey's dropping down right now. He's down. Tiger go down as well. Oh, not looking good now.
Good arrow by Disky to start to keep him alive, but it's not enough. But he gets the Uber off in time. And once again, Feint will have to try again.
Disky gets the shot in, gets the Uber, and just completely Feint's like, nah, I'm getting out. I can't be having that.
He also had a really good arrow onto Stark to save him and to just elongate his life for so much more than would have been otherwise. But once again, Seed survives all of this, will be able to get another Uber advantage pushed up for his team. Less so of an advantage than before, but the opportunity is still there. They just need to deal with Isky. And last time, Stark somehow got behind in all of that to just be a distraction. This time, not quite the case. He will try again, though, from the other side, while the push comes in from Shutter.
Yeah, the aggression this time. There is no sticks to deny on point. There is, he's there. He's really weak. He gets the flash just in time. Both soldiers jump on point. Arms is down. The heavy's there to clean up on any damage, which is probably going to happen. He's getting healed by the med. There's no way he's going to drop down now. He does actually get Stark's on point. The Uber does come out. It's only Ali left on Lash right now.
But once again, they find somehow this miracle force onto a Disky. And he's just all on his own hand.
Ali's going to try and take the fight, or at least, nah, he's going to probably kill himself here or try and do something, get out. Oh,
there's no way he survives Tiger's on the chase.
That's it.
We'll find him. But this is the worst result so far, because now the UN has closed down to barely 10%. And that's just not good enough to move off anymore into last. And Se7en even taking some liberties here, going forward, and the Disky left alone to Amarok from Cheese. Just walks up to him, finds the kill. And suddenly it's all good for Feint again.
Yeah, Caster's cursed right there, but we do see... Oh, Samsky getting Minecraft there, pickaxed. There's 4 down. Flash is the only one up.
Spawning, yeah, and everybody on Feint is storming to the point. Flash would have to need a miracle here. It won't happen. And Feint once again try again, but every single time they knew they just needed something to create another situation later on. And every time it was either kill Stark or keep Seeds alive, and one of those two happened every time until eventually one stuck.
Yeah, the aggression going for Feint in that last was absolutely brutal for Se7en. Like, even though like it was the first 3 pushes, but anyway, we're going to go to this mid. I'm rambling on about stuff that should have been rambled on about in the mid. But we do see also just kind of doing the hanger right now, waiting to get healed, get buffed. We do see Kyrus being quite aggressive on a red kitchen right there. Oh, so just taking the exchange up top right now. Not really much happening, no bombs, but we do see Starky going for a bomb in fact right now. Doesn't matter, he's going to create it right now. Kyrus also going to Ali's pipes, good stuff now. They're going to need to do something as we do see Amarok going in for a bomb.
And from the sidelines, obviously he finds one good rocket, but one is not enough. Samsky Sorix tag him out together. 3 down for Se7en already, all the way back to last. Barely have enough number speed to try something for a second, so they just don't even attempt it, while Feint just takes everything given to them. Plus some more will once again just have time and time again to try something out for last, but this time on a completely even situation.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do this last. Maybe they'll just take an exchange. Don't know what they'll...
I don't know, maybe they just rely on the sniper. They have the time to try for it. They have all the time in the world. 15 minutes is more than enough to get at least this round on the board and make it to a golden cap, if not more after that.
Yeah, they do have that opportunity, but this is Se7en here we're talking about on a last.
Yeah, they're going to be not too hard pressed to leave quickly, but Feint is not going to just sit back forever. Eventually we see the Kuhn sniper come out, and we saw what he can do. Sure, Flash might have won the first engagement, but after that it's just been Kuno all the way.
Yeah, but it's should be interesting. We see Kuno ready to peak right now.
Se7en is aware of it. They had somebody go by to check for it. They know what's going on now. Shouldn't be surprising regardless, but they just made sure anyway, and Kuno starts hitting some shots off, not quite connecting with anything yet.
Looks like Kuno's going to be looking for a picket drop down, or watch it at least.
Yeah, he needs to be careful though, because we saw that Flash is not to run out in this matchup here, so he's just taking it really far back and relaxed.
Look what Tiger's doing. Ah, it doesn't matter, he's going to get shot. Try to do a Mookie. At least attempted to. Oh, he was just building a teleport for the sake of it. We do see Kuno on the left side right now, peeking. Starky's going to be there, harassing him. Not really much going to be come out from that. It's quite weak.
I'm still so baffled by this choice to put a Disky on Medic for this and Stark on Roma. I really hope there's a better reason to it than just cause why not Flash.
Gets the shot.
First shot. winning it against Kuno, which is nice and all, and will waste some time, but it's not the greatest one to just purely push out with. They rely on Flash to do all the work for them, but all on his own. Amarok having an easy time there.
Yeah, looks like it's back to the ye old stalemate. Kind of just waiting. We do have Kunut Sniper back up. You're ready to go and snipe people. Full stop. So, I don't know what's happening right now. We can just go over like, what's happening? Oh, Amarok's being a bit aggressive. Maybe for his sniper,
Yeah,
really.
He definitely tries to bait something out for Kuno. Let's see if Se7en takes the bait. So far, a little bit, but Kuno not quite able to get too far around the corner without taking damage for it. So, Se7en knows what's going on there. They're playing careful around this bait by Amarok.
Yeah, they're going to be careful with Kuno, especially the fact that he's one sniping has the, I don't know, not really good position right now. Actually, he's not got in a good position at all. He's in shutter, and no one's really peeking it. And there's Sentry up top right now. Spencer, Uncle Dane. That's an Uncle Dane strat right there. Look at that, man.
We'll see. Also, you mentioned like the teleporter earlier, and it might be a little bit of a meme strat, but like even if it doesn't get the fancy telefrag, like sometimes you just like confuse people enough that they spend time somehow shooting it first, being afraid of just that happening, that it can buy you valuable time when the enemy work comes in.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like people who focus dispensers and pushes. Like, oh yeah, like, I know some meme like, yeah, dispenser down push, but people genuinely just kind of like get distracted by it.
Yeah, it happens way too often, especially with like the threat of the telekill being possible technically. People are just getting afraid of stuff like that in front of a shutter door suddenly, and it just wastes so much time.
Yeah, it looks like Se7en are not really content in moving. They just kind of want to go, nah, Chief, we ain't moving.
Yeah, Se7en
us.
is like so in element right now. They would probably be happier if this was the like opposite situation and them being the ones on the other last, but they are content as long as nothing like scary happens. It's all up to Fane to find some answer to this. Otherwise, it's gonna be 5 minutes down the clock, another mid-fight.
Resident Sleeper. But, oh, kind of peeking, but looks like Starkey's just going to spam him right out. None of this peeking for you. See him. Oh, Cooney's he's rotated the drop down, spammed out once again. Am's going to jump up. Even that's that there, but Sorex, don't know what he was doing.
I want to see the logs of the game, but for an entirely different reason than last time. Purely to see how long did he... What is Ams doing? He saw a sticky trap and he just directed them towards the Disky and nobody realized. Luckily enough, including Ali, so he didn't press M2 while the sticks were right under a Disky's feet.
I mean, that's what the trade though.
And that was like closer than it clearly needed to be.
Yeah, maybe they just wanted a bit of action because that's... Oh, Am's hitting the air shot on Kuno right there. That's going to be a good pick. But he's a little bit too aggressive and he's got to get cleaned up.
Exactly as well.
Yeah.
No area, start cleaning that one up. Gives them a lot more space. You're not having to worry about the roamer or the sniper. But they're doing all of this really slowly. Spawns are slowly trickling in. Kuno is back up on the field, able to protect his team with just general side lane denial. And suddenly, what started out like a really good opportunity just takes way too long for Se7en.
Yeah, no clue. Like, 2 picks they could have went off of, but they taking it. Amarok going to get picked off by Flash right there. Sorry for me yawning. I am tired. But
Stark is making some moves and Cheese tries, doesn't hit the jumps he wants, and he instantly just abandons pace. Unfortunate, would have loved to see something aggressively coming out of seed, because the longer these kind of stalemates go, the easier it is for somebody to just have some sort of moment where they just don't pay enough attention. And especially with flank skirt like Soaks, I feel like that could easily happen. He's the one who wants to initiate a lot, wants to be a playmaker. I feel like if there's ever a moment to catch somebody slipping, it would be in these sort of long stalemates against Fane.
yeah, I mean, although Ams did get the pick in that, it's kind of like, eh. There is only 9 minutes left on the clock right now.
And more importantly, there's only 3.5 minutes on the round timer. And that's probably what Se7en is looking for.
Yeah, this happened to a game in the Essentials Cup where it was a stalemate. There was no reason for Ascent to... That was Ascent who were holding last. They had no reason to push out. They're like, nah, we staying here. You're the one pushing into us. You have the...
Yeah, but at the same time, Feint is not getting
anything
Flash
gets
but Flash is.
Oh my.
And that's exactly what I meant. The longer this goes on, eventually something's going to go wrong, and they just took way too many liberties on second, just didn't play around the sniper side anymore, thinking they would be far back. And Flash just takes all the space and instantly finds the answer to this problem here.
Yeah, now that the Seats has just spawned, Uberad's like 100%, they can just push in right away, no danger. Well, there is a danger of us. Oh, there's no sniper in fact. They're just going went back to the scouts. They're going to push in, take second right off Feint right now, and I think they're probably going to take mid off them. They should just continue with this aggression. Although we do see Samsky behind.
Samsky on the direct
Oh
hit.
yes.
Wins the fight against Tiger.
Oh no.
Sorix gets the second one as well. They had the opportunity with the super push, but suddenly people just died all
Samsky
over
waiting.
the place.
Oh, Samsky, what's he going to do? He jumps up, gets a
Finds
bit
direct.
there. Oh, doesn't fit.
Oh, the
He
drop with
drops!
Verona.
Hey!
And he
Ali's
finds
tight.
it. And suddenly 7 wishes they would have just stayed at last. But Samsky and Ali combined find the answer once again here. Miracle drop coming out for Adiski, and Seeds almost having his own buff as well. People will barely have enough time to even get buffs up in the first place on 7. This is such a good opportunity to tie the game back up here for Feint.
There was 7 minutes on the clock, and they're going to need to. Yeah, they're going to walk in right now. Oh, the last.
Right off the bat here. Tough start for Feint. Sentry goes down quickly. They need something else as soon as they can.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to be.
Like 7 is just approaching
Tiger,
aggressively,
the
no
lash.
respect whatsoever, just collapsing on him, waiting in front of the point, finding 3 people with that. Seed just barely stays alive as well.
Yeah.
But Adiski dies and all of that, I missed that completely.
Yeah, he
Never mind. Every time Feint has gone to last, they always, even if it fails, have a plan B going. And once again, Adiski dying is just the long con win condition here.
Yeah, although we do see Starkey cap second, probably beat him out. But we do get Sorex right there, or he was picked off quite a wee while ago. It doesn't really matter. My HUD's broke and I cannot see through this thing. Now I can. We just kind of probably going to see another stalemate.
Well, I mean, not so much. These has 50-ish% advantage on Falash. AMs won't spawn until once the push is already in, so this is as good an opportunity as they come, and they desperately need one, given how tough the stalemates have been on them.
It's like they're going to be coming in right now as they just kind of take the scent, go in, get Kairis right off the back, no sticks on point as Scout is going to walk on, no denial as the soldiers finally decide to jump over and spam the Scout, and he's going to walk on point. No one's here, it's only Thalash as Soldier jumps on, Adiski going down, and that's a round to Feint, tying it up. 5 minutes on the clock.
The later half of the last push was really well done. Amarok jumped the medic while the rest of them came towards point. 7 had to make a choice, save the point, save the medic. Either way, something bad will happen, and it's come to the worst. It's a tight game now, 5 minutes left.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really close, and either 7 or Feint are going to take this map. It's either going to be the last one for 7 or the third. It's going to go to the side after this. So we see Kairis throwing some sticks across point, hitting them. But we do see both soldiers going in for a double bomb. Seed surfs the rockets very well, but doesn't matter. Starkey's going to go for the follow-up. Seeds is really weak, gets him. Kairis weak himself. Starkey's going to go down, but that's now Seeds down. And I think it's best that Feint get out. And never mind.
They don't care about your opinion. They just storm forward, want some kills. Find a few, but not the one they've been looking for. Adiski and Tiger able to get out in time from this incoming aggression here. Mid-win kind of for Feint, at least for the time being, but with Adiski's advantage, it's just a question of for how long this will last.
I need to put X-ray on. That's what's really throwing me up.
Well, you have a short moment here before something happens. Seed spawns again, will have massive disadvantage. Full and for Adiski. They just need to make this push work, but last time they just got caught off guard by this random aggression all over the place by Samsky, by Sorex. They just couldn't keep themselves together. Once again, Kate is the first one to fall. Samsky takes the kill onto him.
Adiski going to get the force off right there. He does dodge a few rockets, but I don't know why he forced anyway. But they do lose 3 players on the side of Feint right now, even if it's a sack or not.
And the lead's kind of attempted.
Yeah.
Saki, they get the damage onto Adiski, they killed Kate, they couldn't afford to drop too many players there. He's going to make it work. Now with these 3 players going down, however, there's not too many numbers up to quickly recontest here, so Feint needs to be careful, A, from incoming aggression, and B, to keep Seeds alive in trying to do so. They're just back in lobby, not trying to give up too much space, but Ali goes down. They almost have the Uber, but now with 1 down already, Starkey will fall.
Oh, Samsky and Amrock, oh my, getting 2 picks, Starkey and Ams down, but there's
the
a back cap!
Tiger just sneaks through from below.
I thought that was Starkey's job, to be honest.
Well, back when he was a scout, maybe, man. He's Roma here today. And
it's the same player, though.
Maybe, but the Scout is a little bit faster in smaller areas, so...
True. He has a mouse. Or mice. Mouse.
Well, either way, Se7en has done it once again, just clutching it back up to a lead. 1 round only though, 3 minutes left. It's still certainly possible, assuming the bridge fights are going well for Feint.
Yeah, it looks like Se7en's been a wee bit slower this game, with both soldiers kind of waiting for soldiers to come in, no doubt. They get the bomb in the mid or something like that. Yeah, Se7en played quite far back this mid, letting both soldiers jump in straight away. As a Disky, soldier jumps on, Samsky jumps on him, but doesn't get the second rocket to connect. As Samsky and Ali now go down, and Amrock down, Sorex down. It's only Siege and Kunu left alive, and they are split up. Siege dropping down. Kunu is going to find a fight with Tiger right now, and that's going to be a wipe.
Yeah, Amps and Stark working really well here, just taking their time to find an opening, and eventually will go for it.
He taunts as well.
It's kind of strange that we live in a world where both on the best scouts in Europe just constantly taunt.
Yeah, well, there's LAN. They try to prove something.
Prove the point here that is the best. So far, it's going well enough. Maybe not perfect by any means, but they're in the lead. They're in prime position to either push in or slow down the pace if they choose to do so. They want some rounds on the board, however, pushing with this right into the last. Pressure onto the point, pressure onto left and right. They're getting jumped out over the place. They don't get too much time on the point right now. As the fight continues, heavy up on the field. Kuno just mows down people right now. Kate is on the point, will get mowed down as well. Ali helps out there some himself. Seeps in trouble, but Stark just can't find the finishing blow.
Oh, a Disky.
Oh, he
gets the frag on the Scout. Oh, that's going to hurt.
But the chase is on. Ali jumps as
doesn't
well.
Matter.
Finds the sticky. Clutch by a Disky, just not enough. And it's a minute 40 left on the clock. That is enough time, especially with a Disky dying in this.
Still, that's got to hurt though. if you die to a medic, that's like a disconnect. You know what I mean?
Hopefully not. They need all 6 to still make this comeback happen if they want to have any chances here. They have the end. They just need to carry it all the way to last now.
Yeah, the Starkey is on Sniper, and they never had anyone checking either. But they're going to be walking into point, and looks like Starkey going to switch off Sniper, back on Soldier, keep it nice and simple, like, you know what I mean? But we do see...
They need to hurry up though. They want this advantage for us. They don't want to let it come to an even Uber situation on the last point.
Yeah, but it looks like the Uber advantage is slowly diminishing per second, so they're going to need to do something pretty fast. You see them spamming out. And it looks like Se7en are just going to go last, keep it nice and safe. You know, get the sentry going up, or at least attempt to build one.
We have 50 seconds left on the clock. Second has been capped. The Disky will get his Uber in time. Sentry, like you said, is up. It's going to be a tough one to crack it, but they have no other choice than to go for it.
Yeah, but it looks like the Uber has been popped on both sides, and they're going to do that. And it looks like Ali jumping the side, try to get Stark. Stark eats his pipe, but doesn't get the stick on him. And it looks like
they didn't lose anything in this exchange, but they need still a good re-entry here, and they don't have much time to find an answer.
Yeah, they're going to need to do something. There's only 30 seconds left in the clock. As the clock ticks away, the heavy's there. It needs to be focused out. Arm's going to drop down below, and that's it. Karius is going to go down. Thalash just gets out.
Sentry taking down. The blankets have been opened. Se7en.
No one's on
point. But they just can't reach it.
That's going to go to the decider map now.
Yeah, it's going to a golden cap first before that.
That is a goal. Oh, yes, so it is a golden cap. Well, here we go, boys. Golden cap.
But the mids for Se7en have been so good in the last few ones we had. It's going to be really tough for Feint.
Now, we have logs this time, believe it or not.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Because they
should.
Yeah, we have updated logs. Man, the DPM in this, very beautiful.
I expected as much, to be honest. But Ali on top there, he did so much, both on their last and on Se7en's last as well.
Yeah, he
hanging on to point really, really well.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, Karius as well, man. Karius, what's happening, Karius? 8 to 14.
He really didn't have too much of a presence, and that's kind of really tough for him. He has his issues with his hand. Maybe that's a little bit of an excuse to take there, but once again it's LAN, you need to perform now or never.
Yeah, this is where you come here to prove your point, get a big ego, you know, things like that. And if you use your wrist.
There we go on some screen now as well to see the numbers for everybody.
So fancy stuff.
Boy damage. Sorix once again lowered their PM in a slower game. I saw that in the group stages at some point. It really seems like he's like not the biggest fan in these damages and just kind of like trying to do his job by just standing there denying the jumpers. not too happy. And the same with Tiger, to be honest. Similar story down the flank scout as well. Like, it's also the kind of, like with Snakewater, it's the kind of stalemates where they just can't do too much with just like random plays and with just walking in like they would like to do otherwise.
Yeah, it's really all just coming down to what team mucks up first. Like, when it just that small window of opportunity that Flash could just walk in and get the headshot and Seeds, like things like that, just kind of.
Yeah, you praised Seeds before, and it really shows that Disky, not being the medic main, he still did well. Boosted a little bit by Flash and Pocket Scout for sure, but Seeds only 6 deaths. Really, really great performance by the guy, and Flash having to just help out his ever-changing medic, it seems, and certainly puts up the performance for 27 and 14 is like the highest anybody on the scoreboard has, so he has to pull out a performance here if his medics just keep on disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know what the med's going to be running the next map, in all honesty. If they have a Disky on med.
If it comes to the next map, first we're going to the Golden Cap here, and
Golden Cap.
That's at least one more mid-fight, where we see how things go. Stark, I think, has done decently well on the mid-fights for the most part, and elsewhere as well, but mid-fights more specifically. The Solly aggression has been a huge issue on these mid-fights for Se7en so far, especially in Gully Wash. Less so here. Stark has done a really good job playing the flank.
Yeah, I mean, I might just type in STV Hall, why do you have a Disky medic? Question mark. Like, can I have answers?
I mean, it didn't go terrible for that matter, especially not around the medic. I don't think that has been the issue too much, and Stark has been doing well either. Just like a general thing for Se7en that's not going on. I wouldn't even put the blame on the class switch necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, it's not playing the blame. I'm just confused. I just need confirmation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like every time Feint failed a push, they got instantly better at it, and eventually Se7en just couldn't hold them off anymore. They just gave them too many chances by just staying on last time and time again.
Or they're improving.
Yeah, and Feint, like I mentioned, every time always got a plan B going. Even if it was a little bit clutch in the end, with like one death on a Disky as well, for example, that came really late by an Amarok jump. But they always had a plan B to fall back on. Every single time they failed the last push, to just keep on trying over and over again, and Se7en just couldn't stop those plays from happening.
Yeah, but you know, I don't think teams are ready. They're kind of just DMing it right now. Don't really much harm. You know what I mean? Waiting for the gamers to do something. Some of them taking piss breaks, no doubt. You know what I mean? I need it as well. Can we go a break? No, don't go a break.
Maybe after the series, when there's an actual break.
Yeah, that is true. There will be an. I mean,
any kind of actual break. I mean, we can like go to stuff.
I mean, yeah.
I need a break. I'm hungry.
Yeah, but both are actually needed for life. Never mind. You can go without food for about what's the 3 numbers again? It's
Which
like
numbers?
No, it's like you can't go with oxygen without water.
Oh,
without
that's
food.
what you mean. I don't remember.
It's supposed to be rememberable, so like you're in dangerous situations, but that's how. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not really good with numbers, and I study engineering, by the way. So teams are ready to kind of just fight it, and maybe they're practice mid fights right here.
I mean, maybe not actively practice, but they definitely need to talk about what's going on there. If you go back to the log and then the team comparison here, you can just see for the first like 25 minutes, the one who won the mid won the round, except for that very last 2 rounds.
Yep, but we are back, we are live, and the gamers are ready to game, which is good, because we need that. And this is Golden Cap, so this is first team to get a cap point, and they get the round. So if Se7en win this,
we'll see mid-fight going on. Let's see what they have in store for us.
Win this. So yeah, looks like Arm's going to jump in straight away, get Seeds, he surfs the rocket. Oh my god, Seeds, what a god. But look at that, man.
And Stark gets denied as well, trying to get the follow-up damage. Both Sollies down once again, much like Kaliwash. And Se7en is just hightailing it out of mid, trying to save what they can. Flash trades with Samsky. 3 down for them, makes it a little bit more scary for Disky, but they're so far back that he will stay alive for now. And that's all they can rely on for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Seeds, you see that? What he did?
Yeah, and that was really good serve, and such a necessary one as well. It was just enough time for Amps, I think it was, to get taken down in the end.
Seeds is like one of the best mechanical meds I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, every time Seeds does something incredible like this, Se7en is going to be kicking themselves for cutting him.
Yeah, I mean, they should be kicking themselves, but let's put out, they are running crits.
Interesting.
So let's see what happens here. I honestly have no clue what they'll do. They're going to need to focus the mid pronto,
There is
get
no
it done.
time to gun up, which makes the crits even like more effective. Nothing like not critical to contest with.
But they're ready to take in. They do get. Oh, it doesn't matter. They're going to pop it right off the back there. Doesn't matter. Starkey going to go down, but Disky getting. Oh, that's a feels bad, man.
Even better for Disky now, and like I mentioned, Seeds needs to stay alive for them to have another chance. But just like this, it won't happen, and suddenly people just keep disappearing on both sides. For that matter, American saw putting up a lot of pressure here. Amps also a little bit of trouble. Zoic leaves him alone eventually. It's going to be weird now. They don't have a massive advantage, even with the Saw at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think the shot was only for BM rather than...
It happened during the Uber, I think, which just kind of like defeats the purpose, because sure, it makes the Uber a little bit longer, but at that point it already got like 2-3 kills, and 25% more advantage would have given him such a bigger Uber advantage here to make something happen with.
Yeah, I mean, still... I mean, I think they're still running crits. No, they're not. They're running Medigun this time, so playing it nice and safe. You know, nothing really fancy happening.
And making some moves on the flank, trying to initiate first for his team. Gets behind line, stays alive, able to get to the pack. Samsky going back for him, will find the kill, but they just push out anyways with it. Disky forced from Cheese, trying to contest Seeds and Co. They will get the force out, but they are so aggressive that they are struggling to even get back. And Disky abandoned completely in lobby, taken out. Doesn't even matter if they don't find enough kills. They have the advantage if nothing else happens here. Yeah,
they do have Tiger now on Sniper, just in case they're ready to push in right side for 7. They're going to be taking it to Shutter, in fact, as we do see Soldier jumping on at the point right now.
Seeds get sniped immediately by Tiger.
Oh no, that's maybe going to faint. Everyone's
wrong immediately. Time on point, but it's not enough. They get some kills. Amps and Disky the only ones up. Jump comes in by Amrock as well, and they find the kill they need.
That goes to Faint, and that is now to the deciding map.
That was incredible by Faint in the end.
Faint are actually looking really strong now.
Yeah, for sure. They improved so much over this one map here. They struggled so much at the beginning. They were losing the mid-fights. The stalemates were killing their momentum completely. They weren't getting anything done, but they just tried and tried again and learned from their mistakes and always had a plan B to fall back on, and eventually it worked 3-4 times in a row to get into this golden cap.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually doing things, which is really important in a game about doing things. And I don't think we need to look at logs for this one, to be honest.
I can check if it's up. It's not going to be too informative.
Probably won't be up.
Cap.
Oh, we've got to pull them up. Cool.
But that was something by Faint. They had a shaky start in this event, and this is a huge, huge improvement for them.
Yeah, maybe they're finally finding like the hang. You know what I mean? Like the.
Yeah, and just picture yourself that we live in a world where Swift has beaten 7 recently-ish last month in TF2 in the upper bracket final. We live in a world where Faint have beaten them, but not Furryotech so far on this LAN.
Yeah, I mean, Faint did take a fight with Froyo the other day, though. And it was 2-1. It was on product, though. So
yeah, 3-1 in the end, but I don't know, it's tough. 7 is notoriously weak on the product. They're going to probably ban it every single time they can. While Faint is probably the strongest European team on it, still not able to Furryotech that. It's going to be weird.
Shame there's only one Koth map, bro. And any other Koth map space is just product with a few things changed.
Shoutouts to the guy making Koth Synthetic. I really like it. I hope to get some more updates.
I've not actually played Koth Synthetic yet.
Oh, really? I have cast it a little bit. It looks interesting. It has potential. It's a little bit more soldier friendly in my eyes, and from the people I've spoken to as well.
Damn, a Koth map without scouts being dominant in it? Hello?
Yeah, that would be something. But now we're going into Badlands. And I don't know if I want to give Faint the edge here. It's going to be a tough one for sure, but the mids for 7 that have seen so far against Faint, especially in previous games on Badlands, have been just so bad for Faint and so good for 7. I mean, it's going to be really, really tough.
If we're talking about like holds now, 7, this is like 7's forte right here.
Yeah,
I mean,
be it on their last or on the other last, they know what they're doing now.
Yeah, this is their hang basically. This is like what they need to do. This is probably why they got to decide their map. They chose their maps correctly.
Yeah, and if you remember that one really last stalemate at the end, or not at the end, but later on.
Yeah, that man. Bad dubstep going on.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah. I mean, it's LAN. There's always going to be noise. At least we don't have a huge booth behind us with loud noise louder than this.
I mean,
like last year.
At least Nintendo's on the other side of the expo. which is it's good. I don't hear children scream about Splatoon. I would be fine with hearing about Smash, but I don't really want to hear about Splatoon.
Our production's
not taking the BM towards Splatoon.
Production is Splatoon fanboys.
He's not happy. Splatoon's bad. Shut up.
Hey, no.
Know your place. Oh, fuck it, I've ran it. I'm done.
Well, the Badlands is going to be tough. Like I mentioned, mid-fights in recent history, much in favor of Seven. Fainthead's looking really sketchy on it against them in the Essentials Cup. Last pushes, you can't talk too much about that with the cap time. Mids, but have been consistently great for Seven here. Like you mentioned, their holds have been so much in their favor. They need to find an answer here.
They really honestly need to. With how shaky they've been in Snake War, I don't know what it's going to be like.
Yeah,
honestly.
and what I want to mention before we got completely off track there. That really long stalemate there in the middle of Snake Water that got eventually ended by really weird stuff. Sure, Feint had some opportunities to make plays and stuff like that, but they really never found like a true consistent answer. They just kind of put Samsky on direct hit and let Zarix run loose, and somehow they landed some shots, which sure, it got the result, it got them out of that like endlessly long stalemate, but that doesn't sound like a consistent answer for the problem here. And with Badlands, it's not going to get easier.
I think that was just either like, I'm going to do this for a laugh, watch this lads, ha 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 ha, or like...
Pretty much.
I mean, like, the fact they even got a disky anyway, like, I don't know if it was a direct, probably a roller.
Yeah, I think it was a roller.
Because
that happened so delayed from any aggression.
Yeah,
it must have been.
It had to be because, like, you know, a direct red rocket can do up to 140 damage.
No,
130 something.
120 something, yeah.
Yeah, so like you could be left with 20 HP.
So weak after that. So tried as well to come in at the same time.
You
got some other kill, I think.
Yeah, any rocket, any spam would have killed him. Basically, there was nothing he could have done, no matter what. So, bye.
All right, I'm trying to just look up some like actual valuable information here, which is Feint's recent games on Badlands or Prolands on this event specifically, not just all the way in the past. And what I see is them winning against Basku and them winning once again against Basku. So that's the only practice partner on Badlands so far. It seems both 4-1, 4-0 against the Basku in groups and the knockout stages, I believe. They have some good experiences, it seems, then in this event. Some decent practice as well. They definitely needed it after what I mentioned earlier with the Essentials Monthly. They need every bit of practice they can get here.
Yeah, as we do come to the final deciding map right now. We just need players to join the server, do their thing, get ready, play the game. Let's check the lower bracket.
Ooh, yeah, lower bracket had been going on at the same time as well for the longest time now.
Velocity versus Quaint. No, it's not. In fact, it's Aura. No, yeah, between Velocity and Quaint right now.
Yeah, that's going on. Swift in the lower bracket, because that makes sense. Against Sweep Tunnel Tactics. That's not even going to be, like, if you drop out into the lower bracket early with just an unlucky game instead of just a consistently bad performance, then sure, you're going to have at least some easy games, even if you have to play more and more and can't afford to lose. But we have some heavy hitters in the lower brackets early on. This year, Sweep Tunnel Tactics, it's nothing to laugh at in this tournament. Quaint, Robos timed out as well, dropping from the invite bracket into lower.
Yeah, I mean, even Ascent. But Ascent versus timed out, that should be a good match.
Yeah, there's some interesting matches here all around in the lower bracket.
I mean, that's if it can be casted. But
there's just too much happening at the same time. Same problem yesterday.
Oh yes,
there's just so many good games all the time.
No, never mind.
Like remember like the last round of groups, and it just had the best matchups. Like our Electro timed out, which I think eventually got defaulted.
Yeah, I mean,
Basku played Ascent in a really close game. Furious 7 obviously, which was just incredible. And last game was Feint against Swift was left at that point as well. So some really great games all around.
Yeah, I mean, those little bracket finals. I think that's where the games are going to be. Obviously, like, Swift versus Feint. You know, that's been good. You know, but I mean, like, Froy versus Aura Electra. I mean, who honestly thinks that's going to be like a decent matchup?
I mean, they had like the third best result against them in groups. Still not too close, but
yeah, I mean,
they did all right.
Yeah, they did all right, but you know, we get to see them in a low bracket finals anyway.
Lower bracket semis, I believe.
Oh, semis, that is same.
Against the winner of Basku against the winner of Velocity Quaint, which is still going, which is a rematch of the online qualifier, I believe, where got the upper hand, I think, or something like that. I'm not sure. Anyway,
Crunge Esports.
yeah, that's the other name. I mean, it's a Charlie team. It has like fins on it and Brits, so it's Crunch, if you ask me.
No, I mean, anything with Brits isn't as Crunge, you know what I mean?
Well, maybe not. I wouldn't go that far, but you know, it's Charlie's team, so.
Nah, it goes that far.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a rematch. Velocity had a tough qualifier, hence them not last minute making it into the invite bracket, but they had some great warm-up against, like, obviously the easier teams, but also against the better teams. They only drew a single game and won everything else, even against the better teams in the open bracket. The only draw they had was against Weaves, who are also still in the tournament. So that's like an acceptable draw to have in the open bracket, if you ask me. And they look much, much stronger than they did previously. They had a lot of issues. They, like, pretty late before LAN also swapped Pocket and Demoman. Now Spot Demo, like many would have probably expected, and Noose on Pocket, who's probably, like Stark in a similar situation, the weaker link of the team, but has been doing all right enough to get them this far. So
yeah,
the improvement is there.
I mean, the thing is with if we go Swift Weeb Turtle Taxis for a second, Weeb Turtle Taxis don't have a roster of just nobodies. They've got like players who have played before. Like
yeah,
Prem,
for sure.
like, you know, they've had some Prem
yeah,
players.
Celentis. Most of them played like lower Prem at some point as well. We're here in the invite bracket at I61 last year. I don't remember what they finished on in the end,
Quite
but
low.
they made it here. Yeah, they were like a lower seeded team, sure.
Yeah.
But they got all the way to the invite bracket and made it like to the later days. So, you know, it's experienced players nonetheless. And Swift had such a tough time this tournament. Dropped to the lower bracket to our Electro in a really close rematch series. So this is by no means a free win, which you might have expected previously before LAN.
Yeah, it's just Source TV. I'm on Source TV. That's who's playing the game. But you could probably check the logs for Solentes if you really want to.
Yeah, I want to see how the game is going, and I'm just curious generally. Let's see. This is a map 1 question mark. One of these is map 1 anyway. Swift won their matchup actually. Has finished already. Bracket hasn't been updated yet. So they did do it in the end. One map convincingly, that was Process 6-1, and close 1-2-3 on Gully Wash. So still a whole lot of work that had to be done by Swift in the end to win it, but they pulled through once again in the end and will stay in the tournament. I think that's an interesting one for people to know, because Swift came into this like 3rd seed maybe, as like the 2nd best European team, expected to do really well, and just kind of dropping down to the lower bracket so early. You finished 3rd groups as well, but just they hadn't had a good time this tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, matchup wise, some of the matchups in this tournament have been
completely wild.
Yeah.
Just people trading points all over the place. Electro just tying to everybody in the groups. For example, Basku just with the huge upsets as well.
I mean, now that it's going to be Swift first. I don't know who won against Se7en versus timed out. So
we have time. Let's check how many people are on the server actually, because
no,
I believe they're taking another break.
Yeah,
as they always do. Not just stalling time in game, but also out the game.
Gamers got to take a break.
And let's check for some other people. The other matchup we wanted to see was Se7en versus Timed Out. Let's search for an Se7en player on logs to find out. Gonna be tough for Timed Out. They won a single game so far this LAN to even get them to where they are right now in the lower bracket, the 2nd round. And let's see.
Oh, okay. Remember when I was saying about the 3 minutes thing, like the thing that you get the numbers?
Yeah.
It's 3 minutes, 3 days, 3 weeks. So 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see. First map for Se7en versus Timeout was a 2-0 on Process to Timed Out. Se7en losing the first map here. Pretty long ones as well. First round was about 20 minutes long. Eventually going on the 2nd map. Also going to Timed Out. Timed Out getting the upset win over Se7en.
The Frenchies are out.
Yeah, that's a big surprise.
White flag has been risen.
That is a huge upset if you ask me. Timed Out had such a bad tournament leading up to this game.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I'm just saying do it. I want you to put them up on the stream so people can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, are the brackets updated for the screen? For the
Is it a good
well?
piece of game?
Nice.
So I like to hear that. Production's having dinner.
And I still haven't eaten.
Hey.
There we go. almost updated as well. Swift results haven't been put in yet, but the next game in the lower bracket quarters, I believe it would be then, is Swift versus Timed Out. And it's going to be weird. Timed Out had such a tough start, but able to pull out the big performance against Ascent of all things. The veteran Frenchies here.
Yep. Oh, speaking of Frenchie, we have Ombrak just outside now. Not there. There.
Oh. Poor man.
I mean...
Feels bad, man. They tried so hard.
I mean...
It just wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Upside of being knocked out of land, you can get pissed at your tits. That's an upside.
There's still a lot of people. You're not alone here by any means. You can meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
Maybe just help out your favorite team. There's a lot of other French people here at LAN that he can just give some helpful information to.
Or you can go eat dinner with Banny. Ooh.
Let's see. There's one more result that hasn't been put in yet. That's Velocity Coin. I'm curious how that went, or if it has finished even yet.
Oh, players are actually joining the server.
If we can't pull them up on screen, like the map, just properly, we at least can inform people so they don't have to check the bracket every few minutes. I think that's a decent idea. Let's see. Velocity.
But I still in low bracket.
That. All right, that went to a lot of games, it seems. Having trouble pulling them all up. Wait, what is this log? That's 3 minutes long. Is that a golden cap then?
Oh.
No, because there's no first log to that. All right, we have 2 results for Crunch Velocity here. It seems both 3-2, both. No, not both. 1 to Crane, 1 to Velocity. So that's probably still going then. Going to a third map, much like this one.
Yeah, I think maybe a Disky is going to be back on Soldier this game.
Yeah, maybe it was like it wasn't too much visibly one huge like game changer for them. It seemed like, but maybe com-wise it just didn't work out the way they wanted to.
I mean, also the way they slowed the game down also could probably mask a lot of the issues we're having with it.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Like Disky wasn't put too much into high pressure situations.
Like Seeds, he just
Seeds had to do so much, and it's not to discredit the people around him by any means. They did a great job protecting him a lot of the times, but sometimes the moment something slipped through, Seeds just hit the miracle served off, like held onto the Uber miraculously with some great dodges.
Seeds is a god.
Seeds did really well so far in this LAN. It's actually incredible.
Yeah, see if Seeds was on 7, I think
they would have such an easier time right now in this matchup.
This would be a roll.
Like give Feint a medic of equal caliber as Seed, but put Seeds on 7, and this would be so much easier for 7 still.
Theory crafting, hell yeah. Oh, we have Starkey wallbugging. Hell yeah.
Oh no, don't. Somebody hide a Yoshi somewhere. Don't show ETF developments.
Is he over there? No, that's Dr. Happiness. Is he even here?
Let's just not tell him. So Starkey doesn't get banned from ETF for wallbugging.
Or we should ban them for actually not giving demos.
Well, I mean, that's more of a Tiger problem.
Admins. But we never had a community discussion for nothing. Get it sorted.
We'll see, we'll see. Ooh, I get some updated results on Velocity Crunch. It's now tied 3-3 on Sunshine.
That means...
Interesting. Yeah, that's going to be a long match for them for sure.
This is going to be tough for Velocity. They're going to be like stressed at their nut. Because if they were pulling it back from...
yeah, one of the main issues for Velocity so far has always been like the calling issue, because you look at the team, you see Noose, you see Honey, you see these people that could lead the team so well, but neither of them really has stepped up enough, and they always had some issues with it.
I think it's because they've got too many big voices.
Maybe that could be
like
for sure an issue.
Maybe they need to sit down and go like, you need to shut up. You know what I mean? See, I even censored myself there. Are you proud of me?
For once in your life.
Second time, in fact.
Wow.
I did a school talk once. In front of my class. It's called a solo talk. Where you need to talk about, you know, what happens in your life. I'm like, hi, my name's Aiden, and I like food, and this is how I make dinner. And I talked about the different types of burgers. But actually, we have Couch Boys ready to talk. And thingy.
Let's give them a minute to set up. Just see what else is happening here. And then just throw it over to them.
Yeah. As the one of the producers has been kicked off the couch, quite literally, not really. Sorry, multiplay.
Well, people are getting set up. We have 3 people for you, one of which a player who has been unfortunately knocked out of the tournament already. maybe against his expectations, but let's just throw it over to them on the couch with turbo tabs.
Yep.
Welcome back to the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is I, Turbo Tabs, not Grumpy Koi. He's busy taking a quick little break, so I'm here to fill in. But I'm not the only one here to fill some stuff. I've also got Hombrak here and Chris Parker. Woohoo, yeah. Sorry, boys.
Or Jordan Freeman, as I'm cosplaying.
Oh, wow.
Same.
Original character, do not steal.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got a unique scenario because Ombrak, you've just joined us on the couch. You haven't even had a chance to watch the previous game that's just happened.
I watched the end of Snakewater.
You've watched the end of Snakewater. That was the best bit.
Yeah, so tell the audience why you're here.
I have some free time.
Oh.
Because I've been knocked out.
Oh.
I guess
I wasn't the one that did it, Ombrak. It was this guy here, this evil man.
I'll just keep it in the back of my head, and we'll go back on that off camera.
No, seriously though, what happened? Who did you play?
We played against Time Down, and we just got knocked out.
Okay, all right, okay. We'll admit that's the last of it. What's the score?
It happens. Can we move on?
I think it was
okay,
2-0.
all right, okay, fine. So, Chris, you were watching most of the. God, somebody told me your name is Chris earlier. I can't stop now. War.
You can call me Chris. We could be a first name basis.
Wow, we're tight like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tub.
Call me John. Blackout John. Now.
You shouldn't be here then.
Okay, so tell me about that game. You were watching it. I saw you in the crowd and kind of just gripped to your seat just like everybody else. What do you think about the game overall? Any immediate thoughts you want to get out there?
I think Feint are very... I don't know. You know what? I kind of feel like Feint could be doing... I don't think they've hit critical mass yet.
Wow, what's this there? What's like percentage are we seeing right now?
I think they're now starting to really get into it. There's a lot of second guessing still that I see in their play. There's a lot of like uncoordination, teams maybe trying to go for solo plays, but there's been a lot of where they've been completely mopping the floor with Se7en, and I feel like that I think they're maybe at... I mean, they're at 100%, but they could go beyond.
I know. I bet
100.
Ombrak's very confused right now. It's like, what? Se7en losing to Feint? The team with Samsky on it? What is going on?
He hasn't been playing sniper though.
Oh,
maybe this is why they're winning.
Yeah, that's purely it. Like when I was sitting behind him every time he was playing sniper on process against who was it? I think it was the bus crew, and I was just like, just stop going sniper. He's gonna rip out his 9 key on his keyboard.
Well, usually what we do here is we watch the gameplay, we relay back on the gameplay and kind of review and base out opinions on that. But we're going to do something different just for you, Ombrak, just to kind of catch you up. We can't bring you the gameplay, really but we can bring you the logs. So usually this is a cardinal sin in TF2, completely isolating opinions and just on logs. But I think it'll be like a fun little swing every now and then. So maybe if production could grab me that at some point. There we go. So you can zoom in closer on Ombrak, or if you've got, unless you have got good eyes unlike me.
He's got glasses.
Is anything that's just shocking you just by looking at some of these?
Low damage map.
Low damage map,
like, even though it was a 3-3, that like when you see a 3-3 scoreline, you may assume this was a really fast game, like really fast-paced game. And I was sitting behind Feint, behind scenes in alley, and it was kind of the opposite. Feint is kind of new Se7en, as in they play a really slow gameplay.
New Se7en, wow.
Really, maybe 8th then, I don't know. But they play really slow. They like it. And one thing I really liked is at some point, it was like 2 minutes remaining. They were losing 3-2. Seeds dropped to Talash on Sniper. And many teams here would have freaked out and completely pushed without any organization. But in this situation, Feint decided to gather back on mid. And they went in back together. They didn't do any scrappy plays to try to salvage the situation. They actually went back together, and it worked out because they eventually tied the map. So you got to give them some composure. They know how to stay in the game, how to stay focused. They don't tilt, even Samsky.
Yeah.
So
poor Samsky.
I think that's like a good point because they seem to do really well on mid fights and last points. Like they do really well when they're forced to work together as a team. When it's kind of like not as necessary, or when it's like a harder, well, when it's easier for them to work together, they seem to struggle. But whenever like they're on last points and their kind of backs are completely against the wall, they seem to do like a lot better then than like pushing into last. When everything's really, really tight, they seem to be like a lot better. I don't know why. It just seems.
Well, I think it's mostly due to Ali, because he has a lot of experience. He played with Se7, I think it was Crown at the time, maybe, or Se7, so he knows how to keep things quiet. I know Seeds as well has a really strong impact on the team, as he keeps the minds clear when people can get a bit angry or something. And it's not always easy to keep Samsky quiet sometimes, and I think Seeds does that really well. So I think these two players. And it's really important because they're both part of the combo, like Medic and Demo Man, and both being able to main call and keep player like focused on the game and not like going here and there and maybe losing some stuff. They keep the composure as a team, and I think the synergy between Seeds and Ali is one of the really good like strength of FaZe Gaming.
Okay, well, we're going to be going to the servers very soon because we do have 12 players in there, so I'm going to squeeze out one quick question out of both of you now. We're going to. It looks like FaZe Gaming are on the way, but they need all the help they can get. What sort of win condition do you think you should set up for them? What wise words would you pass on to FaZe Gaming to defeat Se7en? I'm going to start with you, War.
They need to win the first round.
Okay.
And I think if they do that, then they can win it.
How about you, Umbrak? You know them like the back of your hand. You played with them. You played against them.
Well, I kind of agree with War. If they're in the lead, if they're in charge of the game, it's going to be really hard for Se7en to basically overcome another Se7en, like a tiny Se7en version.
All right, well, you've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. They just need to win the first round. We will take it over to our casters over on the casting desk. It's still Plunk, it's still DumTum, and it's still Se7en versus FaZe Gaming.
Hey, we're back.
We are back, and I'm back.
Badlands. I kind of agree. FaZe needs a good start. They need good mids, and that's always easier said than done, especially with how the track record has been here. So it's going to be a big task for them, and we still don't know for sure who will be playing Medic. I saw Stark on it, so possibly going back to. It's weird to say that, but they're going back to what they're used to. With Stark on Medic, so
yeah, and it looks like the last said Stark has his jersey on, so they're going to lose. So there we go. That's it. We've called it here now, boys. They're dead. Down in the water. Dead in the water.
We'll see. Everybody slowly joining the server, and for the queues, I got the final scorelines of the first two maps of Velocity and Crunch, and it's definitely now going to a third map in that matchup as well. 3-2. To Crunch on Granary and 4-3 to Velocity on Sunshine. So much like this, a nail biter in the end.
Yeah, and it just looks like one more person. Ali's joined. Console just needs them to say, hi, you guys can ready up and game.
Hopefully.
So
yeah, I'm looking forward to this, especially after how Snackwater ended up being. That was quite something. Se7en improved a lot of their mistakes, but had some themselves as well. And FaZe just played incredible for the most part.
Archon say we are ready.
Hopefully somebody will do that.
Hopefully, but should be any second now. They're ready up.
Sure hope so. And let's see, what are they discussing on the server anyway? They're discussing something.
Something to do with Self-Me Premium.
Why? Oh no, please don't tell me there's server issues again and they need an online server.
Nah,
that would be the worst.
Nah, it's just that Self-Me Premium is good, and everyone should support.
I have still mine until like September.
I have Self-Me Premium.
At the end of the
I bought it like a month ago after like.
Yeah, shoutouts to the people providing all of us servers. Ari just great.
I mean, I bought it because I was like, why is everyone else just having servers? Why can't I do it myself? It's literally
you even get a little shout out on every Self-Me server once you subscribe.
Yeah, I can go, hey, I'm keeping this game alive.
Yeah, and you don't. Haha.
I know I don't, but still, I'm keeping the servers alive though.
Yeah, exactly.
But looks like it's ready.
We are going live. Match about to start. Third map of the series. Tied 1-1 on CP Badlands.
As we have Bangarang in the background, this should be a good dub mix.
A good indicator of how this game will go.
This should go really well. I'm expecting frag movie stuff going on at the back. Bangarang's going on. But looks like right off the back we see Arm's going in for the high bomb and not really getting much. But So just going in on Stark, misses Stamsky, missing the rockets, unfortunately. Stark is really weak. Oh, Sorex Hawks behind, gets Starky. Oh my, and looks like he's just going to go down there. And I think that's going to be a mid soon. Yeah, a mid to Fein. That's a strong showing right off the start. We see.
There's still 2 scouts on the Be careful to protect Seed. So far going well. One's not quite on mid. Tiger just kind of trying to survive more than trying to get the kill himself. Just hanging around behind lines, seeing what he can do, but he can't do much. That was really weird. Like you mentioned, it looked really like a bad start with Samsky's bomb, but they just took the distraction to put Sorex behind for the late kill onto the medic.
Yeah, honestly, Sorex was wrapping around and getting the med was. Whew. They're all focused on Sorex for a while, and at least they thought.
He took so long to get there as well. He just walked straight past them.
Ninja.
Yeah, and here we are, all the way on Badlands last now. With you were at 2 seeds,
Tiger at
60%.
Tiger was behind there. I was in back spawn, but he's now Pyro as Uber's coming off. The sentry gun is going to go down.
Flash just barely survived that as well. Might become crucial. He goes heavy. Can tank a lot of damage. Can take down Kunu as well. Sorex wants to play the point. Needs to come in and help out clean up first though. Kate is down. No sticks on the point. They have the kills. They just need some more. Play the point. Flash wants to block. Needs to get past every Fein player though. First bounce kept in. And he gets the soul stuck, but it's too late. He will die before he can switch to the medic gun, and that's the first round really quickly to Fein.
Fein absolutely pounding. 2 minutes and they already have a round off 7. And this is weird. I wouldn't expect Fein to do it like that.
Let's see if Wars and Ombrek prediction comes through. Let's see how much they can do with this lead.
I'm going to take their word for it, because maybe this is when Se7en have their kind of start brain farting like me right now.
Gets a straight jump onto Samsky though, completely takes him out. Ali gets the cleanup kill, but it got them so much space. Fein so far back here, don't have any space on the high ground. Se7en's denying it pretty nicely. Lose the soldier one as well. Here Amro goes in for an attempt, don't get too much out of it.
Kairos goes down to Sorex. Stark is really weak. Doesn't look like the stick could connect there, but it's 2v3 right now, and they're going to get out as we see Tiger chasing him right now. In fact, yeah, he's actually going to chase. Let's look at a back spawn.
This is looking much more like what we've seen previously on Badlands between these two teams. Just Se7en controlling the mid and the general space, the high ground so well that Fein just can't take any position whatsoever. Sure, it got somewhat close in the end with 8 kills, but Tiger and Flash just controlled space so nice in the end. Nobody got through to the medic.
Yeah, but it looks like now that Ubers are even, it's going to be a home.
Yeah, but it's like pretty much the opposite of 1-7-1. They're back on 1 round here. They are stuck on a position on an even Uber situation where they need to do something here. Let's see if they have what it takes.
Yeah, it looks like they need to find something to do. Anything, just like something. But we do see Ali up, and Ali's not up in the tube, which is weird. That's not like Ali.
That is really not Ali-like, so let's see if there's some bigger force behind there. So far, Se7en's just trying to catch from lower left, trying to spam something out. Sorex, Samsky not falling for it. Won't take too much damage out of that one, so mission abandoned, trying to rotate back to main, seeing what else they can do here.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a bit stalemate, you know. No one really wants to do it.
They are busy trying to get sticks off the point, but they are really nicely placed, so it takes a lot more effort than they would like to, but it is he eventually finds the rockets to knock them somewhere on the ground. Banner comes out as well by Samsky, above Banner once again, and let's see if he can get some use out of that. For those unaware, it will boost the damage by 35% and reduce damage fall-off with the mini-crits it does, which, granted, the damage fall-off isn't the big deal here since it's a smaller last point, but the damage increase in itself can be really, really good, especially if you can deal with the sanity really quickly otherwise.
Yeah, Adesky nearly died there. 1 splash rocket from he was in a lower and he was spamming something, and one of the soldiers just jumped down, but see, both soldiers are now lower to spam out the sentry gun, and it looks like it staying alive, but it looks like they're going to be pushing in right now as they back into spawn, probably going to rotate around, knowing them, or not even, actually not going to go back in. Looks like taking an Uber exchange, but Seeds not having it,
no
not
exchange
popping
at all, and they were busy trying to get the sticks off the point, but never had the chance to even put somebody on it.
Seeds is just not. They're going to hold last. They're like, nah, we ain't. This is your job to do this.
Yeah, they're just letting Se7en run into what they're doing to other teams for once.
Yeah, they just really.
going to be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not having
really
anything.
not keen to do anything with this. It's Badlands as well. Just an Uber alone is so often just not enough whatsoever. The kill even wouldn't have that much most of the time. They really need some like big slip up by 7 here to have something valuable going for them to get out of last with. And on the flip side, sure, Se7en has a lot of time to make a play happen, but eventually it needs to happen. Otherwise, Feint just gets at bare minimum second back for free due to just it going back to a mid-fight.
Yeah, Ubers are even now. Feint just kind of cutting back, keep nice and chill near end. Don't really worry about much. Ali's no setting up the tube.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any snipers yet. Sure, Badlands has not the craziest sidelines, but if you get just one small opportunity, it can lead to a lot here.
Well, at least Samsi's not going sniper, because that would be a throw. But Kunu...
Kunu is busy on engineer, so that's not an option either.
Yeah, as well, they've got... Yeah, looks like it's good. Se7en is a good sniper, wouldn't he?
He is a solid sniper, sure. I would still give the edge to Kunu, but he's certainly a capable choice for sure.
I'd rather have a...
But there come the scouts flying in through the lower area, immediately taking down Samsky and Amok have the eyes on the point. That's 2 down on an Ibu situation, but they have this buff ban already. Samsky's direct will deal so much more damage now, even on range.
Yeah, I mean...
It could be scary, but the question is, do they want to go for it without scouts here on 7, or are they just going to continue this stalemate?
They're probably just going to wait. They do have sticks in upper lobby, so there might be a blind it, and that'll be lucky. But nope, Ali's finally go up the tube. But he kind of knows the script, I think, what the Se7en might be trying to do. Which is
with Ali's experience on 7, possibly, yeah. Knowing what's going on with the other team could always help. And I mean, it's not. It wouldn't take that much higher thought here to realize that 7's plan is just to have the other team mess up. So why not do that to themselves as well? And if nothing happens, it still favors you.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't really know what's going to 7 can really do right now. They do have. I thought they were going to go. Oh, they're going to all push right. Yeah, low right now.
It's going to be interesting. If they want to make this play, they need to make sure not to get forced. No, the medic doesn't follow. It's just 3 people going aggressive. They get all the way in to get Amok. That's the first pick. Samsky tries to test a little bit. Sure, people take damage, but not too much. Samsky can rotate to spawn. Seeds safely in spawn as well. And they got this kill, but it looks like they just don't know what to do with it. Eventually, they reconnect all together on the right side, take the entry they've made themselves, get everyone in without using, which is a nice start, but the sentry is still there. Seeds is still having his Uber alley still in the pipe. Something needs to happen. Sentry spammed out eventually. People making their move towards the point. Sticks were being slowly deleted.
Yeah, Ali's just going to be sitting up there, and that's going to be a tough thing to break Ali up in that tube right now. But looks like they're going to be backing out. There's nothing they can really do. They got a frag or 2. Adiski does go down, so they're like, no point fighting this.
Yeah, this is like 7 has a 3-point plan, but they just don't have point 2 figured out. They get in, they get where they need to be, but then just nothing happens.
What's that phrase again? Money, my muckle. Anyway.
Ooh, danger. Try it again, this time without even getting a pick, but
she's
Samsky will
dropped!
punish it!
In fact, never mind. Oh no.
They're just trying to take some liberties. Cadus baits the sticks, will die for it, unsurprisingly. Sentry down as well. So backup threat is in play, but now or never is pretty much for Feint here. Samsky spawning any moment, they can just rely on him pretty much with sticks as well. Cleaning up every entryway as well. Stark and Cadus still down. Stark spawning now. Only 4 people to test with, 2 Solis, 2 scouts. They need to deal with. And Tiger makes life hard for Samsky, already on last. Walks up Akuno as well.
It doesn't matter. Ali's got sticks on point still. Doesn't matter.
But look at how much that scared Feint. They finally had an opportunity where they felt at least like entitled to get at least like an entry into second, even if they don't go for the full push, does at least check what's going on. But the moment something went wrong, immediately everybody back, playing it safe. 3 more minutes is all they need to get back to mid.
Yeah, it's been how long since the stalemate's happened?
The entire game, basically.
Well, I'm glad.
First round was fast.
Yeah, oh yeah, 20 minutes then. Yeah, would have been from that mark. But we do have Se7en on Pyro now, which is something. Defending his entry, no doubt.
The longer this takes as well, the more risk 7s can take without it making any sense for Feint to push out. It already made little sense to push there. Lower the time gets on the round timer, less entitled they get to leave, so they can just take all the risks they want eventually.
I was like, yeah, they're Pushing them right now.
Once again, just getting such easy presence on the right side though. So far I haven't made it work, but it could easily go bad quickly. Flash gets taken down so early though. Seven's life slowly depleting here. They don't get much space other than the one they have so far as well. It is just the main spamming. And also trying to make some sort of play happen onto the sentry, but it just won't fall.
Yeah, that sentry is...
The sentry taking an aggressive jump will fall for Tiger, takes him out. First kill they get here, Tiger immediately onto the point. Ali drops down, but will get taken down immediately. Lots of time on the point. Nobody reaches it in time. Cadence juggles everybody off it to tie it back up.
And that took its time.
Definitely.
Se7en also taking time.
Feint was just letting them in too easily on the right side. After the first time, they must have felt too comfortable dealing with it. But Samsky's jump just is instantly, like Se7en just figured it out what to do then.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I have no clue. Like, Se7en just played really, really slow and played it right. But it looks like taking this middleweight, it's kind of just looking...
Both teams just staggering each other down for the moment. Nobody taking too much of an aggressive presence here. Eventually, Se7en's the one taking the initiative, taking enemy side. Feint follows suit. The other side jump in by Amp. What can he get? Ali for one. Seeds maybe secondly. No, it will not be, but the follow-up jump by Adiski comes in. Will find the medic. No heals for Feint anymore. They need to pick up the pieces, and the big one they want is Stark. Just protected by everybody. Really falls. Everybody goes in. Zoic's the last one. Will find himself in front of the medic and gets the kill.
Oh my, Stark into Lash, only one left alive.
Ooh. A great collapse there in the end by Feint to make the best of the situation. Se7en wins, but it could have been much worse if they didn't get that one.
The control point is being contested.
Well, they're going to just push right on to second, and that's going to be Feint back or Lash.
It's going to be tough. Se7en have shown that, sure, it takes forever, but we can make it work. Much like you did, so Feint doesn't want to let it come to it this time. Not going to play the time on the tight scoreline. Going to push out immediately Tiger. Adiski behind lines, putting up a lot of pressure. Kate is jumping in aggressively and following suit. Se7en just putting so much pressure everywhere. Kuno dies, Adiski as well. Relish straight in front of the medic. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Point cap by Amok, but maybe a little bit too late at this point while they're dropping 3 players, including himself. Adiski Amp the only casualties on Se7en, and they secured second with that for sure. And an Uber ad as well to just make life on last easier. If not for Samsky, he just miraculously finds himself in front of Stark. Nobody whatsoever with him. Scouts just all over the place. Stark not with the main, Tiger neither, and Cadis was just busy with the point. And even that is not confirmed yet. Samsky gets the cap as well while everybody's distracted.
Yeah, it looks like that was...
Samsky saved that so much for Feint.
Yeah, if they never got a back cap, Flash would probably just stand on point. He could take the fight. The Soldier was weak. Engie basically just an Engie. Just like another scout, but foul.
Soldier exchange Adiski trade with Amarok, nothing too huge. Kinda hurts Feint more than Se7en, seeing that they are the ones with Uber wanting to leave last year. Se7en can afford to trade as much as they want in the current situation, but Feint again a little bit scared of like the small ad situation at hand here. They don't even have Uber yet, and only barely a single kill advantage. Not too much to really invite you out of last for Badlands.
Yeah, I mean, looks like the Feint are probably going to do the same thing they did last time and just kind of set it out, you know what I mean? Just kind of...
Yeah, but they need to deny space a little better. Se7en eventually, after the first time where they actually had to work to get onto the right side, they just let them in for free basically every time and just let them take the space they wanted.
Yeah, and if they don't do that, as you said, they're going to just... Se7en are going to make the space themselves, walk in, just like the universe, and just expand. And cap point. But that was a bad joke. Excuse me, I'm going to leave the set now. As
well, the game keeps going and Stark takes a lot of damage trying to just take space in the lobby. Nobody there to follow up on it, and Se7en would have surely tried to block it as well, but it's an opportunity nonetheless. Nobody takes it. Stark will go back to full health, hold ongoing for Feint here, pyro up, sentry up as well. Not looking to get let anyone have any fun here on the last point, and maybe once again just look for an opportunity either to get back to this mid reset or to just have Se7en completely fail in last push, much more so than before.
Yeah, it just looks like so far that I hate Badlands. Why did they have to pick B5?
Well, the argument I heard the most is that people couldn't get used to the changes in time. It's fair enough. Sure, people play probably more on 1 second cap-time Badlands than 2 second cap-time Badlands in their life overall, but most of these teams haven't played it like this version or like old cap-time version of Badlands too much in the current iteration, so it's fair enough. Makes sense. It's not been too long.
Thanks, Valve.
We'll probably see it soon enough in actual leagues. While the plays are going on, Scout on a point. What can he do? Tiger gets it just on his own.
Point. Oh my god, that's another round to 7.
Once again, Fane just like with a mild lack of awareness, and it's getting punished so heavily.
Yeah, the flank not looking too sharp there on Fane right now. Just letting Tiger walk on point, take the point, and get juggled a wee bit. But apart from that,
and now 7 takes the lead. Now Fane can't anymore afford to just let them do their thing on the last points and hold. They need to aggress some more here.
I think we're going to play a bit more aggressive.
Ali trying gets denied really hard early on.
Oh,
Zorix tries as well, just going aggressive. Samsky gets a kill. Zorix not so lucky with his play. Amps walks forward. Shithouse trying to take some space away from the team, just holding on the right side. Amarok denied. Samsky as well gets immediately shot out of the air by Amps taking him out. And nobody else had any space whatsoever. Elsewhere, Tiger just goes forward. Ali and Seeds chase. Seeds just barely gets into spawn, but the door doesn't close. And that will be Seeds down as well.
And that's a wipe. That's it.
Yeah, 7's bit slowly but surely improving here. And just more and more looking like the game we expected out of Badlands, where 7 just dominates the mids. Sure, they struggle elsewhere with the stamina a little bit, same with Pain, but eventually they're having the upper hand here. And this time, they have a full Uber for last, it's already taking entry really early on.
Yeah, it looks like Soldier messing up his jump coming at pipe there, but
and just getting all the kills they want with this Uber, and now suddenly just Ali and Seeds, and that's just not good enough.
Yeah, it's 7 look like they've found their footing.
Yeah, definitely. The mids are going so much better, and it finally gives them an actual advantage into last, and not just a stalemate at hand that they need to break for a long time first.
Yeah, it's
Fane needs a new mid. Whatever they're doing on mid is not working. They just don't get any space. The whole combo gets denied taking any presence forward.
I mean, they're going to need to try something, as you said, but I want to see what they do. We see Adeski going in straight away onto Seeds. Seeds really weak, just needs one rocket. Oh, it doesn't matter, he's got a crater. Oh.
And everybody else just walking to the wall of 7 players up on a high ground. Samsky tries, Zorix still around, gets the kill. Second one for him this mid, but is that good enough? Takes the 1v1 Tiger. Tiger barely winning it out, but at that point,
and that's another wipe.
Once again, yeah. 7's mid have become so much better here, and
Adeski,
unlike Snakewater, this is just much more 7's game.
Yeah, Adeski, his bomb. Ooh.
Yeah, it was so lacking on the first map, but the Soldier presence here on Badlands, and a little bit at least, but that wasn't Adeski on Snakewater as well. Much more improved over the course of this game.
Definitely. Oh, the last going down to Samsky right now. Ooh. Not what they
they're
really
worried
want.
about it. They spent a lot of time getting it. Eventually will find the kill there. They still have this advantage, and Samsky died late, so they're not too concerned about not having full numbers. Neither does Fane. The push comes in anyway over the Pyro, over the pocket as well. Sentry down, one player down as well. Well, 2 with Samsky.
We do have Ali up top and pipe. You see the Soldier try to
do nice direct, but it doesn't juggle him down.
Oh, doesn't matter. It's only I think it's only Starkey and Kadis is behind the point. Arms is taking a fight with a scout out. Won't matter. He's going to get healed. Not really could save him there. Ali up on top pipe. This is the worst thing about this on B5.
It's such a minor thing, but Adeski hit a really good rocket onto the lamp, onto Ali there, to just shoot him straight up. But Ali's like minor movement that just made him just strafe directly back onto the lamp instead of falling down. And that made all the difference.
Well, they're out of last, which is a first. Not really. But, well, unusual, because every last have been on the
Well, we haven't spent much time here on the mid outside of mid fight, so
I'm going to use Uber.
A statement here, pushing in with the Uber, not catching much, losing a player themselves. And 7 now with advantage, Uber up. Starkest weak needs to probably pop at any sign of danger here.
Yeah, no, this is what Fate will probably try to do is like get the ultra aggression on, try maybe get the med.
Yeah, but Ali didn't get onto the beam in time and just taken down before it could get saved. Now it's 7's turn to make something happen here, and they won't even have to use. Nobody putting any pressure onto anyone right now. Flank is being covered as well. Tiger and Adeski not even on the push really, just letting the 4 combo here push forward alone and just hanging back to not let anybody back up.
Yeah, Adeski shut down a false spawn right there on the side of Feint. They just kind of not really done much, but now Feint are back on last. They got a Pyro, they don't have an NG. They used to have an NG, not anymore, but they're going to be building right now, or just building the last but they need
But
to.
Samsky overextends in the lower area, goes down so early. That's an entry pick if I've ever seen one. The Ubers are up for both sides. Seeds gets now. Uber exchange is on, slightly better for Seeds due to not having in time. And 7 actually gets the worst one out of that, despite the entry kill, but maybe they can still make some presence happen. The Amps is in. Tigers, well, they want some kills, they get some.
Yeah, they could win this. They have people on point now. They have the Soldier and Scout. Scout needs to go on point. There's no one on point. It's only the mid there, and that's another round to 7.
Really great point presence by 7. Just the moment something of an opportunity came up, everybody just stormed in. Somebody, just a single player, I don't know who it was, I think Adiski, just walked in, sees what he can do, maybe make a play, maybe just see where people are, if the re-entry is possible. It certainly was. Everybody storming in at once, stacked on the point, and there's so much damage, and everybody in faint.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. One of the soldiers just kind of like tapped the point and like get a bit of, a nudge on it, and then they died, of course, and then everyone just rushed on it. But let's see this mid. Adiski going in for another bomb. Seeds is under the point now, so nothing they can really do. He's trapped in this corner. He can take splash damage. Adiski just going to snipe him from balcony right now. And that's 2 down, Kuno and Seeds. But Cadis is also down on the side of 7. But Arms and Adiski are behind right now. Not really good, but Sorex going down with the lash, and it's just going to be probably a white from here on out. Both soldiers are extremely weak. The Tiger going to just kill him there. And Seeds and Canoe are the first ones to spawn, get an Inji up.
Yeah, even the new strats aren't working for Feint anymore. Trying to approach differently, just ignoring the early jump, but Adiski just punishes it by knowing exactly where they are and spamming the right position to take down the medic. Everything else was relatively easy from there, just pick up the pieces and worked perfectly for 7. Mid-fights are going great consistently so far on this map, after the first one at least, and now just a matter of going down the clock here. They have the 4-1 lead, they need 2 more rounds, or 8 minutes, and with the pace we're going right now, they might just do it with the scoreline.
Yeah, they need to, I think they can just hold this, at the rate of what
if they really wanted to, sure.
Yeah, if they really wanted to, but I mean, like, 7 really have nothing to lose. They're 3 rounds up, so they've got to use in. Going straight for Ali, get him knocked down, get him down. Cadis gets his sticks, get him. There's a soldier on point. Scout's going to walk on. Oh, Seeds and Cole just walk on point just to deny them in time.
It could have been around if not for 7 taking so long until they actually did the push. Tiger once again on the back cap here. Adiski as well coming in, so much cap, and everybody needs to be on the point. Nobody can afford to stamp off it. And they need to worry about Tiger so much. Eventually we'll find him. Stark all alone. Has nobody hit with until now, which gives Seeds at least a little bit of an advantage. Not really a significant one, but it might just help out at some point here.
Honestly, if Tiger, if the Cadis never died, they would have won that. They would have won that.
Well, it's too late now, and Seeds with the 10% advantage, capping up second with his team. It's not a big one, but they have a tough scoreline at their hand that they need to overcome, so they can't be too picky about the options they choose anymore.
Yeah, they're just building out right now for each team. Waiting for rubber.
They need a good entry last time. They only had one time actually going from second to mid, besides the mid fight for that matter. And it immediately went back. That was on a mild and now it's on an even situation, and they are on a heavy time pressure here.
They are, and it looks like 6 minutes on the clock. 6 and, yeah, just around that there. And they're not really taking much rests on the side of Feint right now. Oh, and speaking of rests, Ali's jumping in right now. Tries to hit some sticks and start. Gets one. I think it was a pipe, in fact. Doesn't get in out of it though. No force, no anything like that. Ali not too happy in chat. But he's just kind of.
And 7 immediately takes the opportunity. Just goes for the exchange.
Seeds is really weak.
Demoman on Feint.
Get
the wishes. Seeds is weak after the sure he held this nicely, but he had to use anyway, which means he's just super weak for the post mover. He needs to be super careful now. And 7 can just take so much space easily. Am's behind lines. Sure, he's weak, but he can still make a presence there and just be annoying while the push comes in up front over the point. They're dealing so much damage. Seeds dies to Cadis' pipe. He will fall as well, but Zoic falls as well to the cleanup too. Samsky Kuno gets some themselves. 7 suddenly just crumbling here. Am's rank 9 might be the saving play.
Yeah, I mean, so far.
Oh, huge
Amarok. Woo! What a shot. Even if it was just a small air shot, it was just denial. That's all I really cared about.
Just went a little bit too deep after the first kill they needed, which was the Seeds kill. They just wanted a little bit too much too quickly. Feints are able to punish it, loses their medic, but they have the opportunity to punish it now with some presence here onto Stark, but Samsky just can't find the opening.
Yeah, now that they have it, well, they're going to need to. 6-7 can probably just aggress through this. They have the advantage, they have the player advantage, and player advantage. They're just going to need, they can just walk in.
Yeah, they can just repeat what just happened, except
they are going to walk in with Arms initiating a bomb to get the soldier out of the way. And it's only
Tiger this time the one behind lines, not Ams trying to just get to the point really early on.
Amrock gets behind, gets the force on Starkey as he does surf the rocket, but Kadis is going to stick you off that. But
Ali is well behind lines, trying to just go for the backup. The only one back on mid is the medic. Adiski eventually connects, gets the kill onto Ali. 3 down for Fane. They have uber advantage, but they lost so many people that it's still going to be scary into last year. Nobody on last from 7 has heals right now though.
It's Tiger versus Sorex right there, but he's going to... Oh, yeah, Sorex right now, and it's just going to be the mid now. And they're going to pop Uber just to defend it. Don't know why they popped, in fact. They never had to pop. Seeds was full. That's a big question mark.
It might be like the big game-defining play here that just ends the game outright. With this little time left, and on this ad right now, they have a little bit of an opportunity. They need to take it. But once this had been capped out, 7 is really, really close to having Uber, and it's going to not get any easier from here.
Yeah, and all honesty, this is a little bit exchange going on. We do see a Disky from behind. Kind of was weak in shithouse, but not much harm. They're going to take this mid off 7. 7 really have nothing they can really do. They can just kind of play safe.
Yeah, they just need to wait a little bit until they have the Uber. Fane have nothing to lose anymore. They need to start going now. Time is getting precious for them.
It's only 3 minutes right now. Well, just 3 minutes and a... Yep. Yeah, about 3 minutes. Let's just call it that. But they're kind of just doing that. We do see people on flank
Fane is
right
really
now.
aggressive now. They're just all going to the flank. The call has been made for 7 now, and they are the ones with Uber here. Seeds gets on the way though, so it's not all great for 7. They didn't try to take the opportunity with the advantage. Exchange has been initiated. Seeds a little bit weaker in it, and that might be dangerous. They immediately kited out as well. Didn't get any good presence anywhere on second with this Uber exchange, but they have no other choice. They need to start going.
I think there's a Amarok goes in for Starkey, misses the rocket, but doesn't matter. Oh, never mind, he hits the second one anyway. But that's...
This fight is going well. Both mats are going down. Seeds eventually cleaned up. 2 up each side. Amarok, the last one to fall. To Tiger.
Last man standing, quite literally, is the only man standing right now.
Yeah, it's close in the end. 7 wins out, and it might just seal the deal. Not quite time-wise, but we're getting there. Tiger.
We have a GG in chat.
Yeah, it's getting close with time. 2 minutes 40. They need a miracle right now, Fane. And Samsky can't deliver.
Tiger.
He's taken by, but Tiger just walks over him.
Oh, he's going to get seed as well. Oh no, he's whiffing. It doesn't matter. It should get one more pistol shot. He scores in for the Boston Basher kill. That's a 3k from Tiger. Good stuff.
If it wasn't like sure before that 7 wins, the Tiger just completely secured it for sure. 3 down on Fane. 7 acting 2, but they have the heals here. You can just take all the space they want. Secured on second and do whatever they want really with the last few minutes.
This is a GG. It's not over yet.
Samsky's having a little bit fun now at least.
Yep. It's not over yet, but Starkey does go down. And it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get picked up right there. And just going to be waiting now.
We'll see 2 minutes left. 7 surely wants to at least like make the scoreline a little bit better for themselves after how the first or the second map even went. Just make it look more confident for themselves, get some, some practice going
for the logs.
Yeah, just see what they can do here with this limited amount of time. But Seeds has the advantage, so it won't be easy to do anything here. They have nothing to lose. There's no point for them not to go.
Yeah, it's no reason. Oh,
Samsky denied Soix as well in lobby, gets spotted really early on, and sandwich between Ams and Tiger taken down rather quickly. That's 2 picks off of an Uber. This ad still on 7, so they need to be careful here if they want to make a 5-1 scoreline.
Yeah, but they are pushing on the right side right now, being a bit aggressive, but they are going to be playing right. Uber does come out from Seeds for some odd reason. Starkey, 30 HP, really weak. He's going to probably get out, take the pack. They need someone to heal. He's 80%, on a 90% right now. They can win this if they just protect Starkey. That's all they need. We do see Soldier behind Samsky. They can play this right now. They have the Uber. They're going to come in from low right side right now. They don't forget Ali up top. Ali drops down, gets completely shut down there from Ams. He hits his stick probably, no doubt himself. And that's another round 2-7.
5-1 will most likely be the final scoreline. I don't know if it's technically possible to get around 40 seconds.
Nope, it's not technically possible.
But even if it isn't,
statistically,
then probably won't happen, as that would be pretty perfect round at that point.
That's been night and day to put the last 2 maps from 7.
Definitely, that was such a huge improvement.
Completely different.
The argument for this class switch to have a bigger impact can certainly be made now, if not before already.
Yeah,
this is just such a big difference.
I think the point I made where I said that Adesigo and Med was probably hidden by the slow pace of the game.
That could really be the case for sure.
Because
I still find it strange as to why it happened in the first place.
Maybe Starkey
there must have been a decent reason to it, for sure.
Starkey might have been bored.
That would be not a good reason, but a reason nonetheless, yeah.
I mean, it's a reason. You asked for you wanted a reason, and I gave you a reason.
Well, that is it. Se7en in the winners finals now against Furiotech.
Yep.
That is the upper bracket semis done and over with.